You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to traditional TADPOG podcastery.
Sort of.
Kind of. We're not talking
Sort of.
about a game, so
Medium traditional.
if you came here
Mid-trad.
for a game, then Super Mario World's pretty good. You guys should check it out. Have you heard of it? It's good. Yoshi's in it.
Rogue Legacy 2, dog.
I know Paul Korn's been playing that. He says it's really good. Yeah?
See, and I thought here you weren't going to play it.
It's released now, fully.
Oh,
version
you were
one's
waiting
out.
for it to not be in beta. That's right.
And I'm surprised how quick they turned around and put the rest of the game out. Because I feel like it was like less than a year ago that it hit out early access, right?
Yep. So I was just waiting because I didn't want to get to like a part and then just be, oh shit, now
Sure.
who knows? So version 1 is out, so I got it.
Cool.
How's it doing? Do you know? Like
I have
sales
no
wise?
idea.
I feel like they messed. I don't know the sales. Like, hopefully it's doing good, but I do feel like they messed up because I remember when that early access came out, everybody was like, "There's no game. There's like not enough game here." Like everyone was like that, and
Yeah.
it's like that's probably
Well, that's
not
what early
good.
access is, right?
I guess, but
But
like,
I can see people be pissed
but
off.
so many developers release games in early access that are like. It's like, oh, there's going to be more than this? Like Phasmophobia. It's like, oh, the game isn't done yet? Okay. And then they just keep adding and adding and
The
adding.
Forest has been in early access for 10 years now.
Right? Well, like, as opposed to, like Rogue Legacy 2, where it's like, where's the rest of the game?
Yep, that's
Where
why
it's clearly not done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You pick your character, go in 2 rooms.
yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Well, cool. How similar to the first game is it?
It's got a lot more bells and whistles, a lot more movement mechanics. I feel like the structure is a little bit different.
How so?
Because I feel like before it was pretty straightforward. Like you had the 4 quadrants. The rooms were different, but it was still pretty much the same areas.
Yeah.
all over
Yeah.
with the different bosses, and technically, you could tell there was a pattern to them.
Like a tile set.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one feels a little more scattered out. Like I found the 5th place you're supposed to go like right off the bat,
Okay.
so it's like attached to the first one, and then the second one it's a lot more.
And that's all
scattered
randomized?
out. I could tell. I think the rooms again. The rooms are randomized, but there's definitely a very different Metroidvania-ish flow to it because, like, the 5th area, as soon as because I found it like the 8th room I was at, because there's a star rating when you drop down. This is like almost all the way. It's like, well, shit, what the fuck?
What's the star rating dictate? How difficult it is? Okay.
So the first area, as soon as you start, is 1 star.
Okay.
If you keep going pretty much to the right for a long time, or at least an exit, you'll see an exit door to the right. That's like the 2-star area. And then at the end of the 2-star area is the 4-star area. So then you got to find the 3-star area. And then but it's sort of.
So wait, you have to do this. You have to do the stars in order.
Well, you technically wouldn't have to. Like I could survive a little bit in that
It's just
5-star
harder.
area. It's really
You just
hard.
aren't
got you.
prepared
Okay.
because you haven't leveled
Yeah,
up.
and
or
there are
gotten
certain like
things.
artifacts that you get that Metroidvania style will allow you to survive or go, and you can kind of get around it. Like I was able to get into the 4th star area a little bit before I was supposed to because I picked a different character that could get up there without the special item.
Do they still do that? They still do like the bloodlines and all that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
So there's more. I think I don't know if there's more classes, but there are definitely more variety in the bloodlines, and now any trait that's a drawback gives you more gold. So now if your character sees a black and white, well, you get 25% more.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool.
that's kind of like
That's nice.
in Hades when you can make it more difficult to get
Yep.
more experience or whatever.
The Pact of Punishment.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
That's neat.
How far would you say you're into it?
Not very far.
No.
I think it is more difficult. Getting used to the new mechanics is definitely taking me a little while. Now I've kind of gotten it.
Is
I'm
it?
not crazy to hear that there are new mechanics because I
don't.
really honestly liked how it kind of felt
It
like
was
Ghosts and
simple,
Goblins to
yes. I so far I really like it.
me. Yeah.
I don't so far. Granted, I still haven't played it a ton.
Yeah.
I don't like it quite as much as the original because it's more complex.
So what are the new mechanics?
Well, I know that there is a new sort of there's a new like the equivalent to Mario's spin jumps. There's like a secondary jump.
Okay. All right.
There,
Bringing it back to Super Mario World, the game we're going to talk about today. I appreciate that.
Could do that. I'm trying to think.
Do you use that jump
There's
to
like
like
a secondary
break
mechanic.
blocks below you? Like
You
Super
open
Mario?
doors and you can bounce off enemies and do less damage, but you could move around like that.
Interesting.
There's like a second. You got your main weapon attack, a secondary attack that has a cooldown, and then a big special magic attack.
Okay.
So far, I hate mages. I don't understand mages. Why you'd play a mage? Fucking awful. Because their primary attack just gives you magic back. So you're just kind of constantly dodging and attacking until your cooldown stops. Then you do a big attack. It may or may not kill them. And then you do it all over again. Like, no.
So you're like casting cantrips until you can cast a first level spell?
Cantrip that
kinda
does no
deal?
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so with the controls, see, I've never played the original Rogue Legacy. Now, do you think that your
Now,
problem?
I have it on Switch. I will give that to you because it is a fucking amazing.
It's a really good game.
I was thinking about trying it, but I was going to ask if you just picked up Rogue Legacy 2, having never played that.
Oh, you could do it. Yeah.
The controls wouldn't seem so difficult just because you weren't.
You're not used
to
to
it or whatever.
something. Yeah. No,
Okay.
you'd absolutely. I played it for an hour or two and I was fine.
But yeah, I'll try Rogue Legacy. That's fine.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Meaning to give it a shot. I just didn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah,
I think you'd like it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I need to buy Rogue Legacy 2 and just check it out because I like the first one so much.
no, it's worth it.
They're not terribly expensive games, are they? Are they like in the $30 range?
Less than that.
Is it?
And I am 100% at a point in my life where it's like I'll pay $20 on a game that I'll play for 3 hours,
Sure.
and it's fine.
I think it's like $24 right now on Steam.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, that's like,
and it's
not
definitely
a
it
big
is
risk.
I think it's more difficult. There's more grinding in it to unlock all the stuff in your castle because now there's the castle mechanics, and then you also have a blacksmith who makes all your gear once you find blueprints, a rune smith who gives you all your magical upgrades, a pizza delivery girl who you pay to unlock dungeon teleporters permanently all over the castle.
Oh, okay.
Like fast.
So once
travel.
you find one, you could fast travel to the third area or the fourth area. It's just really
Okay.
expensive to unlock.
Cool. So they're all like the architect from the original, but like just
yeah. There's
extra.
that guy too.
Sure.
He's there and he can lock the castle into place so all the rooms aren't randomized.
Okay.
There's because of course Charon and you pay him, but there's also like you could unlock a secret bank where 10% is stored for something I don't know yet. So far, I guess my biggest criticism is it's doing way more telling and not enough showing because there are way too many long-winded books to explain
Books?
shit. Yeah,
Lore,
just-
is there lore in Rogue Legacy 2? Why?
because you're just you're rolling up to
Why is
a
there lore?
city. Because I'm not sure why. Like someone paid you to go liberate this dark trapped city.
Yeah.
So you're trying to find out what happened to the last group that went in and got lost.
Okay.
So you're finding immediately off the bat, you see just like Rogue Legacy, where the door is there, the final boss door.
Sure.
So you see another final boss door. Only there are like 8 bosses now, called the Estuaries, who are the leaders of the city before its fall. So you have to go find and kill them.
Okay.
And then it's just like you find books commenting about like what the Estuaries did, what the last group did, why they did it, what some of the stuff in the castle is.
How easy is that stuff to skip?
I've been skipping a lot of
Oh,
it.
I'm about to say, I'm going to skip
'Cause it's
all
just like,
of it.
Man, just show me something. Don't just give me Skyrim books to read.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Yeah, because Rogue Legacy was honestly pretty perfect because it was like they give you a setup and then there's a cutscene at the end.
Yep.
And it's like, okay,
Yep,
That's
and it was
all
just
that's-
simple jump
Yeah.
and slash man.
That's as much story as I want from a game like that. You
Yeah.
know, I can see like in a immersive game that you might want the lore, right?
Yeah.
But in a game like Rogue Legacy, I kind of feel like, okay, this is, you know,
Yeah, so that's why I think it's there's more bells and whistles than I need, but by no means is it bad.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's really good and I'm really enjoying
Yeah.
it, but it's not like
It's not an impedance.
yeah.
It's not as simple and straightforward as it was.
Yeah, because there was something about sitting on a Rogue Legacy 1 just being like, fuck, I love this.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like it's a top 10 game for me.
It's a really good game.
This isn't hitting me exactly the same way because I feel
Do
like
you
there's
think-
just
Do you think it's
too
because you've
much.
already played Rogue Legacy?
maybe
is it like,
I might have
is
a
it that
bias.
But do you think the bias would work in the other way if someone played Rogue Legacy 2 and
Might be frustrated
and
by
then
how
went back
simple
to
it
the
is.
first one and was like, oh, there's not nearly as much stuff here, type of thing?
you can't even
Possibly.
spin jump in this one, Grandpa.
Where's the super?
Because you could do
attack?
like that secondary jump, and then there's another. Like it feels like they took a lot from Celeste and put it into this game.
Okay,
Because
that
there's like a dash and a special like jump that'll reset your dash, and
Celeste was such a popular game.
Yeah.
Like it did so well. I could see them.
yeah. Have you played Celeste?
Nope. I own it twice, but haven't played it.
I think you would. I think that would be. After playing it, I really liked it, but I was like, man, Dave would love this. This
Yeah.
is a Dave.
I've
game.
watched it speed run before, and it does definitely seem like it would
Yeah.
be cool.
'Cause I think you like that that pure puzzly sort of platformer.
yeah.
So like what I like the hack and slash platformers more.
Yeah. I mean, I
But,
like
like-
those too, for sure. But yeah, pure platformer.
Like you're a lot better than
That's-
Mario than I am and stuff like that.
Pure platformer
Yeah.
is nice. And like puzzly, kind of, sort of. Like Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy. Like
Mm.
that's puzzly, but that's like probably the limit. Like I don't want them to be any puzzlier than that.
Yeah, because you're just figuring out like, okay, do I need to jump dash here and kick off this wall?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like,
that
that's the
sounds
kinda-
that
yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just there's something about that game that I just have never started it, and I think it's just because, like, I don't know. I got the Oculus, so it's like I've been doing a lot of VR stuff, and that ties in so nicely with like trying to burn active calories and stuff, and like because of that, I've been playing a lot of Thrill of the Fight. Have you heard of Thrill of the Fight? It is a boxing simulation game.
I don't
and
think so.
it rules. I
Mm.
love it, and it wears me out. So like there are like a handful of boxing VR games, like to varying degrees of like simulation being on one extreme of the graph and arcade being on the other extreme. Thrill of the Fight is like way onto the simulation side. So it tracks your movement and it tracks your punches, and you just box. That's all that you do.
So I'm going to get that for my dad now.
Your dad would. I think you would love it.
Yeah.
I really do think that you would love it. Cheap game. It is cheap. It is like I think it was like. I think I bought it for like $15,
Nice.
and it came out a while back. It's not like a brand new game, but that's fine because it's like, and it doesn't look super great either. Like I mean, you look into the crowd and it's like reused models and stuff, and they're all like standing there, very like pod people style. But it's like, who cares? Like the fun of it is
It's post pandemic. We're used to that. It's fine.
right? Yeah.
We watch NBA games with cardboard cutouts. It's
right?
fine.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what they were going for. They were predicting the future because I think it came out in 2018. But no, I mean it's awesome. You go through. There are different fighters, and you can kind of like. There's no story. You just
fight.
You just fight, and
Bless you.
Sorry.
bless you. I've heard there's a second one that they're working on. Like they're working on a sequel, and that one
Thriller to fight.
Thriller to fight. Yeah, I like that.
Thriller to fight more.
Thriller to fight, but not like a pedophile way, like Michael Jackson, but thriller to fight. We think it's a good
Thriller
idea.
to fight non-sexually.
Non-sexually for children, sexually for other people.
Unless you're into that, which it could just cost you double.
We call it fight and fuck. You're gonna love it. But it's really cool, and that one is like that. It wears my ass out. Like it really, really wears me out.
I bet. I mean, that's a very. I remember, speaking of new games, I got the Wii Sports,
I've been playing that too.
and I find it. I find it falls a little short from the original.
Really?
I liked the original better.
So what about the original do you like better?
Well, first and foremost, the real reason I got it was bowling, because I love the bowling.
You don't like the new obstacle bowling, the
No,
double
we
dare
play
bowling?
that. I mean, just bowling in and of itself is there.
That's why you got it.
That's there. Tanya loves the bowling part. It's the only video game I can get her to play, with me.
What league are you in bowling?
We haven't leveled up because we've only played each other. I haven't gone online.
You haven't played online
I
yet.
did whenever the beta came out.
Yeah.
I played the one where you bowl against like 100 other people and you try to, if your score's high enough,
Yeah.
you stay in the brackets. And I actually won that a couple of times back in beta.
I believe it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
'Cause
that I haven't gotten back in. I haven't done yet because we just been playing each other at
Yeah.
home. And Cohen's been bowling, doing that.
You might be able to still play online, but you playing together as well.
Can that be done?
I think so.
I haven't had a lot of time to dig deep, but we did try the other sports.
Volleyball though.
Volleyball's pretty
though.
cool,
Dude, I
but
love volleyball.
I would have left badminton and traded out volleyball to get boxing back in it.
There's a lot of net sports. There are a lot of net
sports.
because
And volleyball's kind of complicated.
That's what I like about it.
It's very cool, but it's hard to get used to.
But I think it's like one of those where it's like once you kind of like learn it,
You got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
And I think honestly,
The timing's everything.
Yes.
And that's what makes it good, like a real volleyball sort of experience, because you got to be right on the money.
Yeah.
And, the other team, if you're playing against the computer, they're going to be good.
I was telling Nikki and Henry, I was like, if we can get really good at volleyball, like if you're playing with somebody else in the room
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you're learning together, man, you're just gonna clean up online.
Yeah.
With like, people are playing with the other team is like two random people
Sure.
who don't know each other.
That's right. If you can coordinate and get that down, I could see that.
But they have a lot of net sports because it's volleyball, badminton, tennis,
and that's it. But then they've got
net cutting, Netflix.
Netflix.
You can install Netflix inside Nintendo Switch Sports and watch a sports game inside it. It's crazy.
Besides bowling and those three, then there's this Chambala, the sword fighting. Chambara.
That's Henry's favorite.
Which is a good one. I
like it too.
I haven't played against anybody in the house. I don't know if they're interested in that, but I
Man.
did play that one, and it's cool.
You know what? It's fun to do. It's play Wii. At home I call it Wii Sports.
I still call it that too.
The name of the game is Nintendo Switch Sports, right?
But yes,
I don't know.
Wii
I
Sports.
honestly don't know because I call it Wii Sports.
It is called Nintendo Switch Sports, but it's
otherwise
Wii Sports.
it implies you have to be a Switch to play. So
That's true. Which I mean, like, I feel like as most people, whether or not they want to admit it or not.
sorry, I'm just a sub. Can't play.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
we haven't played soccer, which I'm not terribly
Soccer
interested in.
is not good. If you want to play Switch Sports Soccer, just play Rocket League.
Okay.
Because when I was playing it, I was like, man, this is like Rocket League, but way slower and not as fun.
Okay. And I can't remember the other sport. But what I miss about this one,
There's another one.
I think
you
was that all of
covered
them? Okay.
Yeah, I think you covered it.
I think you're right. That was 6. Okay. Golf is coming. Apparently, that's going to be a free add-on, which I'm looking forward to that one. I do like golf a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
But what I miss about the original is the boxing and the baseball. Remember the home run?
I do remember the baseball.
I loved that game. I loved playing that one. And I think, honestly, they could have just redone Wii Sports and for the Switch in its format now, and I'd have been fine with it.
Yeah.
I didn't really necessarily need. I probably won't play the other sports that much because bowling's really the only one that still feels like the original game to me. And tennis.
Gives you
tennis
that
was in
dopamine
the
jar.
original.
Oh, tennis. Yeah. Did we say tennis?
did.
I don't remember.
Kind of glossed over.
Tennis
it.
is fun though.
I
because
enjoy tennis.
Henry and I will play
Yeah.
tennis, and it's like he likes playing front court, and I like playing back court. He likes playing front court because he can slam it.
Yeah.
I like playing back court because he's bad at front court, which means I get to play a lot.
Right. There you go. Yeah. But all in all, I think it's fine. I like it. I'm glad we got it. I wish there was boxing and baseball in it.
Well, them not putting boxing in it almost makes me hopeful for like
Maybe they'll add it later.
well for like a punch out or something. Like a punch out switch would be awesome because the Wii.
Yeah.
How
the
have they
Wii
not
Punch-Out was
capitalized
great.
on that yet?
Maybe I don't know. I have no idea.
Because Wii Punch Out was a huge.
It was
success.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how well it did financially. I assume it did.
I'm pretty sure. I think it
I
did.
assume it did well, but like, yeah, I mean, as far as like how much I had fun with it, it
Yeah.
was a 10.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
Then I got the Kirby game I talked about.
You got the Kirby game.
Nice.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yes.
I'm really, really, really enjoying it. I think I had made decisions between the Lego Star Wars saga
Right. I remember
and
you saying that you were going to get
I know I made the right choice
by getting
by
Kirby.
getting Kirby.
Yeah.
Because it's huge. There's so much to do. All the little things like when you can eat, you can like they call it mouthful mode.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know it.
buddy.
He'll like eat a car, and then you drive him as a car around a racetrack and try to beat the time so you could rescue the little guy that you're there to rescue. It's a tiny bit of a collectathon, but it's not like annoyingly so. It's just you do have to like rescue a certain number of these little guys called Waddle Dees
Yeah.
to get
I know those
to
guys.
the next levels, and stuff like that. But it's really cool. There's lots of bonus games that you can play to earn stars, which then allow you to upgrade your abilities. And so, like, as you progress through a level, especially a new level, if there's a little dude shooting fire at you, you vacuum his ass up, and now you can shoot fire. And then you can upgrade that. And then the second level is called like Volcano Fire, and it does damage over time. So it's like a boss destroyer. You can walk into the boss and just lay in on
So
it with
Mega
this
Man
volcano
style,
fire.
essentially.
Pretty much. It's pretty close. And then he'll just keep burning and losing hit points and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it's a beautiful game. It's really well done. I'm having a great time with it. And there's a co-op mode, which Cohen loves. He plays
How does
co-op
that work?
with me. He just dropped. It's just like 2-player on the screen.
So like you both control a Kirby?
No, it's a Waddle Dee.
So one player controls a Kirby, one player controls a Waddle
And
Dee.
yeah, and he's really powerful, but he doesn't have the ability to do special moves or any of that kind of stuff. He's got a spear and is lots of different moves for the spear.
Yeah.
There's like a helicopter mode where he'll fly over and like little spears will hit enemies.
Why not be Meta Knight instead of Waddle Dee then?
Maybe do you fight Meta Knight?
Oh, I don't know.
That might be why, is my guess.
I've only gotten through like the first couple of stages. I'm on like stage 3, but I'm going back and trying to be a bit of a completionist.
Yeah.
And there's also like a world hub with a mini game where you got to like serve lunch, and you've got all these Waddle Dees lined up to eat, and you got to feed them what they ask for and not make mistakes, and then you get bonuses and stuff for doing that.
How does it compare to Odyssey? Because I remember when I watched the trailer, I was like, this kind of looks like Mario Odyssey, but like a Kirby game.
I don't think it compares to Odyssey.
In what way?
I think Odyssey is still the superior game.
Okay. I mean,
it's a
kind of
platformer.
makes sense. I
but
mean, yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey was, in my mind, the literal like pinnacle of success when it comes to 3D platformers.
Uh-huh.
This one is a close second, in my opinion.
That's
They put that
pretty
kind of
good.
love into it, in my opinion. The controls are smooth. The levels are really fun. The hidden stuff is neat and fun to find.
Uh-huh.
And, all the little things, like there's this one you suck in a giant big round pipe and you just roll down through stuff and you can jump and destroy. There's a lot of really satisfying destruction,
Cool.
I really dig it. I think it's one of those kind of must-haves, in my opinion, because I don't have a lot of Kirby experience. I don't know that
There
I've
are
ever
a lot
played,
of Kirby games.
I don't know that I've ever played any of them.
There are so
except some
many.
of the old Nintendo ones.
Yeah.
But this was, I think, the first like true 3D platformer Kirby game, and they went all out. I
Yeah,
think.
because what Kirby and the Lost Shards or whatever was like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went all out. I mean, this is a really, really neat game.
Cool. I've slept on it. I thought about picking it up, but it was kind of at a time where it's like, man, I'm not even playing the games that I have.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I haven't found as much time to play Kirby as I'd like, but it's there and I can play it now. So I'm really getting a kick out of it. And
Yeah.
It's nice for like with Cohen playing when he's over, we'll play together.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll let him be Kirby, only he sucks at being Kirby, so we die a lot. The death system is similar to that of Super Mario Odyssey, where you pay money to come back.
Okay.
So when you die,
Is that what happens in Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
You've
'Cause I don't
collected-
think it was ever a problem. You know what I mean?
no,
Like,
it really wasn't. Occasionally, I would fall off a cliff.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't have, but I was almost dead. And I was trying to get, and I fall. And when you die in Super Mario Odyssey and in Kirby, the coins that you've collected, they deduct like 100 coins.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then,
Right.
but at this point
Okay,
now, I've
I
got
remember
like
that now.
66,000 coins. So I'm not really that terribly worried about it. But
So it's similar to Odyssey in that regard.
in that regard, it is. I mean, I think they took a lot from Odyssey,
Mhm.
but it's more like the world hub, the map where you go from level to level is more laid out in a traditional way. It almost reminds me of like Super Mario World, where you've got 5 levels here in front of you. You complete those, and then the next section unlocks, and you can go do those.
Yeah.
And then bonus levels unlock along the way, and those are always geared towards your special moves. So, like for this one, you're going to be the volcano fire, and for this one, you're going to be the big sword. The
Sword Kirby.
Sword Kirby.
Who I honestly think is called Sword Kirby.
Yeah.
Sorby.
Sorby. There's a lot.
It's like Sobe. Is Sobe still around? The lizard,
I
the
haven't
lizard
seen
juice.
it in a minute.
I haven't seen it
Oh.
in a while either.
But the various moves that they have the various personas you can take on, there's like 15 of them. It's a crazy amount, and each one of those can be upgraded 2 times. So it's a lot to do, just a lot to have at your disposal. At any time you could go back to the main little town where you live. You got a little house and stuff, but you can go back there at any point and equip any of the powers that you've picked up so far to go on to the next level if you want.
Because don't you have to have some powers to unlock some secrets? Like you need the rock power to smash through a wall to get to like a secret area. And
yeah, they'll have like the level will be kind of geared. Well,
I don't like that.
usually
They
it's
want you to go back to stages and stuff.
no. Usually it's the thing that you got to do is in that level. So like
Okay.
if
I can hang with
one of
that.
the moves is like a drill head and you go underground and pop up under things.
Yeah.
That you have to do that at some point in that level. But usually like if there's a spot coming up where you need to be able to burn something or freeze something that's burning, there'll be a little freeze guy
Nearby.
that
Sure.
you can take in and get that power.
That's
They
classic.
provide you with what you need.
That's classic
So you don't have
Kirby.
to be like, oh shit, I should have started the level with
Okay.
this. They'll give you what you want. So
I do think it's interesting that like the first Kirby game, like the thing that Kirby is known for, his copy ability, did not exist in the first Kirby game.
It's just a big pink vacuum,
And he would swallow things up and shoot them out as stars.
Yoshi style. Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's neat that that's what it kind of turned into. I think in the second game, but it's like that's when it started. But it's just
Yeah.
interesting to me where it's like, oh wow, yeah, they just kind of.
Yeah.
This wasn't in the original concept of Kirby. Someone was like, "What if he changed into what he ate?"
Holy God! Oh, somebody please
you
write
are
that
what
down.
you eat.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Say
But
that
what if
again?
that was real? Yeah, they're like taking a break at a Kirby meeting.
Somebody's eating a really unhealthy sandwich. And
You're right.
someone else says, "Hey, man, you are what you eat."
You're onto something.
Sandwich hits floor. He runs to the boardroom.
Eats a car. Now that's a mouthful.
Fat Tony's son. Brilliant.
They have like 2 modes: the easy mode and then what's called wild mode. And in wild mode, you get
Wild mode.
You get a wild mode. You get
It
a lot more
unlocks
money.
at 8:00.
You get like more coins and more power ups and stuff to help you, and they incentivize you to do it. Which I'm playing in that mode.
So wait. So is it easy mode? They just call it wild mode.
No, easy mode is easy mode. Wild
Oh.
mode is like the harder of the 2.
Oh, wild is harder.
yeah.
But I like my idea where they changed easy mode. They just rename it. It is easy mode,
but you don't feel so bad
They
about
rename
playing
it
easy
something
mode.
to make you feel ultimate.
No, the wild mode
Big
is the
boy
hard
mode.
mode.
Big boy mode. Nailed it. Got it in one. Big boy mode. I fucking love that shit. Because like some people are gonna get that and some people aren't. And the people who get it are gonna think it's funny. The people who aren't are gonna feel great because they're playing big boy mode.
Man,
They're doing
I'm
real
killing
good.
it.
I'm swallowing all these fucking little monsters and shit.
I got
Quite the big boy here.
I'm quite the big boy. Mom!
I beat the boss on big boy mode.
Guess what Nintendo said?
The wild mode is I was like playing through it, and I got through the first couple of big stages and I'm like, let's say something.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
nothing.
play a big boy mode.
I like this mode. It's fine. It's not as hard as they make it out to be. Then I get to the third boss, and that boss kicked my ass.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, all right. I was kind of glad,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh man, I don't want this to be just like
A
fucking
cakewalk.
cakewalk all the way through the
And
end.
Kirby games are kind of like notoriously not as difficult as Mario games.
No, this
You know?
you
Little
can
boy
tell.
Little boy games.
Little boy games. But that boss that I left off on,
Yeah.
whipped my ass. And I was like, okay, good. There's some challenge here. So, I mean,
Cool.
I don't think it's just going to be boring, easy platformer type stuff. But anybody that really, wants to kind of lean into that, likes to lean into the sort of Nintendo franchises, the products that they put out, this one's a
The
good
fine products
fine 5-star Nintendo.
that our Nintendo sponsored podcast puts
Yes,
out.
yes.
We're not.
We're
but
not.
They would never.
But I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Joe Bob says, pick it up.
All right. Well, shit. I got tomorrow off. So now I got to decide if I'm going to play Rogue Legacy 2, Kirby,
Now,
or
I'll warn you,
none of the
Kirby
above.
is fully full
And just
price.
waste it and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that. Oh, that's okay. Ian's trying to turn on the backup recorder, which is not on.
And it won't come on.
We can just keep talking either way.
Well, you got to turn the power on before you hit record.
Oh, okay.
We've been doing this for 45 minutes, though, bud. It's good.
We'll just roll.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm your beard host, Tyler.
And
This
yeah, yeah.
this is kind of a casual fit episode, if you can tell.
Casual fit. It's athletic. That's what I wear because
It's a husky. It's what I wore
they,
growing up.
they call them athletic, but that's like big boy mode. Because what athletic means is, yo, dog, do you have big thighs? But that's it. All right, these are athletic.
Maybe a big dong. It's okay. Here you go.
Maybe a big dog.
Maybe a big dong.
You wearing those compression shorts? Cool. That ain't a problem no more.
Well, I know we've got a lot. We're just talking, and
I don't know that we do.
but I've got to talk. I've got to talk a little more.
Please.
I fucking got to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Man, I haven't seen it yet because I was on a work trip.
So did Anna.
So I haven't seen it.
Too.
What are all the spoilers right now?
I'll tell you.
Every
All
spoiler
right, let me
right
just
now.
tell you what happened.
I don't even know. I don't want to
Soup
know.
to
I don't
nuts.
want. I know. I don't want to know the plot. Just the spoilers.
For real?
Sure.
No. No.
Really?
The
No,
spoilers
not
that I
really.
have to give are worth seeing firsthand, so I'm not
I
going
wish they
to.
would show movies in the middle of the day.
They do.
Not down here. They don't.
They don't.
Because I was like,
Have,
I'm
like-
off tomorrow. I want to see. Oh, I guess at 5:25 I can go see Doctor Strange.
So they only
2.
show early movies on the weekends.
weekends.
Yeah,
I did
It
not
makes
know that.
sense because it's like
Yeah,
No one wants to work anymore. No one wants to work in the movie theater at 11 o'clock.
I mean, we're paying a fair $8.25 an hour and all the popcorn you can eat. What the fuck?
All the popcorn you can find.
Because I was. Man, that'd be a fun Easter promotion for the movie theater. Look, you find the popcorn, you can eat it. We're not selling it.
Whatever you find and can fit in this bag, you take it home.
That's good shit.
But there's like, so I was like, oh, I'm off tomorrow. Tomorrow being Tuesday. I was like, man, I want to see The Northman and I want to see Doctor Strange too. Let's fucking knock them out. And I'm like, I guess I can do that if I go after hours because, yeah, they're like the earliest showing is like 5 o'clock.
That's a bummer.
It sucks because that's when my family is home and that's when I cannot see movies.
I do recommend it. It's obviously it's quite a bit different than the first one. For a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
trailers kind of.
It's out there.
And I think it's a good thing because I mean, I liked the first Doctor Strange. Okay, but I left the theater being like, well, that was a okay movie.
It felt
that was
more
okay plus.
It was more brain and less heart than other Marvel movies that I've
Sure.
seen,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Sure.
And I'm all about Doctor Strange. The first one, the second one, I loved it. They had somebody directing it originally that was going to lean more into the horror aspect of it.
Right. I was real excited about
And
That's
being a horror movie.
nice. Yeah.
it had its scary moments. I mean, it was definitely a few.
Sam Raimi ended up
But
directing
Sam
it, right?
Raimi directed it, and he has splooged all over this movie, and that is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
lots of tree rape.
There is
I
one.
don't know if there's any tree rape. But
Anna confirmed one cameo I really wanted to see in a Sam Raimi movie. So
Is Bruce Campbell in this movie?
he has a cameo in this movie. Yes, he does. I can
Yes!
say that without spoiling anything.
Yes.
Of course, he has a cameo.
I
in
mean,
this
come
movie.
on. I mean, come on.
There's even parts like the old Evil Dead movie. One of the stamps on a Sam Raimi movie. And Tyler, I don't know how familiar you are with like Evil Dead, Army of Darkness.
I've seen Army of Darkness. That's the only one.
In his horror-esque movies, one of the things that he's very known for is the sound of a siren playing when things are starting to get crazy and escalate. Like you'll hear that like a I don't know what kind of siren it is, like a weather siren
an air
or
raid.
something, air raid siren.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those in there, because Gage reminded me that Sam Raimi directed this. We went to see it together, and
Well, that's telling what you just said. Like, did he tell you that during the movie or beforehand?
right before.
Oh, damn! Because I was about to say,
wish he hadn't. I knew
because
that he
I'm curious
directed
if you would have known. Like,
I would have known. Absolutely, I
okay,
would have
okay.
because it just felt like a Sam Raimi movie. And I mean, I didn't even think the original Spider-Man's felt that much like a Sam Raimi film. But this one leans more into his sort of horror genre of movies, and it definitely has that feeling. And I really liked it for that reason.
Yeah.
I liked it for a number of reasons, but that was probably my favorite thing about it was he didn't hold back. They let him be himself
and that is super surprising.
throw a lot of his style into that.
I know the big reason I didn't see Ant-Man was like, oh, well, they kick Edgar Wright out of this, huh? Okay, then. Because I love Edgar Wright, and I was real excited to see what he could do with a Marvel property, and then it was kind of it just kind of honestly it spoiled it ruined it for me. I was like, I don't think I want to. I'm not excited about it anymore. When he was off the project, and
I don't think Disney wanted to blow its rated R wad on Doctor Strange 2. And
I agree.
think it would have gone there had the other guy directed. I can't remember who it was originally going to be. I think
Wes
they're
Craven.
saving. that would be actually really good.
R.L. Stein.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
I
I just like Doctor Strange being like, I'm Doctor Strange, bitch.
I think that they're saving that for Deadpool because I believe they're going to try to stick with that R rating on the Deadpool.
As
property.
they should, because they would ruin
As
it if they
should.
didn't.
They
I
would
be
ruin
upset.
it if they didn't. So, does Disney own Deadpool now?
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Okay.
They own everything that Fox used to own.
Okay, and that
In
was
the
a Fox.
movies.
That was a Fox thing.
And that was a
Okay.
Fox joint, yeah.
Okay.
And that is apparent in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That what is apparent? That Deadpool's a rated R movie?
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
At one point,
That's where the crack. that
Benedict
breaks
Cumberbatch
it.
is like, "Oh, Deadpool's a rated R movie. Now on to fight."
I've opened up a multiverse where Deadpool's rated PG-13. This
And the
is
sales,
terrible.
The sales plummeted.
We'll seal this, never to talk of it again.
Didn't they release a PG-13 version of Deadpool?
Probably on like
think they
TNT,
did.
or
Really?
TBS,
I think
Deadpool, PG-13.
There was, or they were talking about trying to do that just for, but making it funny, like making
clean fill.
Yeah,
like
not,
fill your hoo-ha up with goof juice, kind of.
which would
I
make
would
it,
love to see it.
I would too.
I would. If Deadpool 3 was PG-13 and they just do it like that,
Disney'd it up
They do the
to the
TBS edit
extreme.
to it.
Absolutely.
No, go more PG Deadpool.
I think I might. Yeah, I think I might watch that. Yeah, how much violence can you get away
no,
with?
listen,
and
they've
do
got-
PG.
They've gotten to the point now where they will show Deadpool on like FX, on cable.
Sure.
They don't edit hardly any of it.
Well, that's because they're like, fucking no one watches this cable, so let's just do
Why
whatever we
not?
want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the second one, but
Who is?
Cable.
Ah,
Hey.
nice. We're back.
Yeah.
TADPOG. I was just happy there was a One-Eyed Willie reference.
I
in
know,
Deadpool,
I
too.
know.
Yeah.
He got him a lot. And they called him Thanos at one point.
Yeah. No, it's
It was
fantastic.
nonstop.
Cable and Deadpool, like even like the comic is like so good because it's like it is like vaudeville comedy. It is you have a straight man and then you have the zany one. And I mean
Who am I thinking of? Dean Kane.
I'm talking about Martin and Lewis.
Thank you. That's it. Martin Lewis.
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Dean Martin always the classic straight man, and Jerry Lewis,
The
being
Deadpool.
being
Yeah.
Deadpool.
That's the reality I want to see. Jerry Lewis is Deadpool.
I really
It's huge in France.
I miss the old Deadpool. Like I like the new Deadpool, but I do miss the old Deadpool who was like he was not so zany. It was just like I remember in the 90s being like, holy crap, there's pop culture references in my comic book. You know, like that was like the vein of comedy. And now I do kind of feel like it is
Flanderized to all fuck.
it's flanderized. And I still like the character, but yes, it is definitely flanderized. And then but I also like I don't know. Let me put canonical in quotation marks because I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I've heard that it has been the reasoning behind that is, well, I mean, he's not cured of cancer. The cancer cells are still spreading through his body. It's just his healing is keeping it in check. So obviously the cancer has entered his brain, and that's why he's getting zanier and zanier as time goes on. To me, that feels like a Zelda timeline, kind of hand wavy bullshit, where it's like, where it's like, no, we know how to write. Don't worry. No, we had this all planned out. When we talked to Rob Liefeld in the 90s, we're like, hey, man, we have a plan. Here's the plan. He's going to get crazier as time goes on because he's never cured of the cancer. The healing factor.
How do we cover
the crazier
up
it gets, the more money we make. So what will you buy?
Hey, guys, how do we cover up the fact that we really wanted Ryan Reynolds for this? Zany? Got it. Zany.
That kid from 15?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Man,
Two guys, a girl, and a pizza? Okay.
he is the best.
He is.
He is the best for that character. And I love that I hope that the rumors are true where it's like he leaked that teaser himself to get hype going for it. Because like the reason I hope that is true because that fucking worked.
Oh, yeah.
Like when that teaser came out, like everyone was
needed
like,
it.
yeah, we want to see this. We want to see this real
Absolutely.
bad.
And they leaned into it heavy, and they're like, okay. I mean, I remember that movie had like the biggest superhero box office opening up to its point, or no, the biggest R-rated movie box office.
I could buy that.
And not just
for sure.
superhero
I think
movie,
you're right,
R-rated. So, it worked. And the second one was just more of the same, just to the next level. Kind of like they actually got Celine Dion to record the song for the second movie, and there's a whole video with him and Celine Dion in it. He's fucking Canadian, and he's all about leaning into that. But yeah, I don't want them to fuck it up. I think that's where I was getting at.
Right?
I think they're gonna at least try to stay true to what we like.
Here's when we're gonna know that they fucked it up. This is the truth.
I got you.
This is the truth. We will know that they fucked it up when they do a Deadpool movie without Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Because I honestly think that if he's not on board with it, because
it's his passion project.
I may be
For
convinced.
years.
Like he may have made his bluff roll, and I've just bought it, but I don't think so.
Deadpooled you.
He Deadpooled me right from the fucking get go. But yeah, it is. I do feel like it's his passion project, and if he doesn't believe in it, he's gonna leave.
Yep.
I think he will leave if he doesn't believe in it. He's gone, and they know if he fucking leaves, they have fucking nothing.
Well, it's like the Netflix Avatar show when the original creators were like, "Bye, nope, Nope, none of this.
I didn't know that
It's like,
happened.
yeah.
They were getting ready.
They did a
to do-
Netflix show.
They were going to do a
Live
live action Avatar like that.
They didn't learn their lesson from the
The
movie.
original creators were on board
It was
and
going to
everything.
be like true to the original, and then they were trying to fuck around,
Then
and
Netflix
they found out.
Fuck
that-
around, find out.
Yeah, they did. They found out that no, we love this. We don't want you to fucking piss all over it, and we're not going to be a
and
part of
we've
it.
been through this once, and
Right.
it sucked.
Exactly.
We've been through this 12 times now. And it's
There's a guy named Dave in Western Kentucky who won't watch the cartoons because of that movie, and we're pissed about it. His friends love it. He still won't watch it.
That's how bad you fucked us, M. Night Shyamalan.
I do think that. I really do think that. I don't know.
I never saw the movie.
I mean,
I went
don't-
straight into it on your recommendation to the show, so
Yeah.
I didn't have the. I just heard so many bad things about it that I knew. I
I'm gonna
wasn't
watch
do
it.
I've
with
gotten
Henry.
the character sheets for the tabletop.
Oh, nice!
Mhm.
I want to play
So
that.
hopefully pretty soon
Let's
I'll
play
get
it.
the book. Yeah, I'm down to do it whenever it comes in and the Scott Pilgrim game
So the
is done.
character sheets
Yeah.
are out, but the game's not out.
Game's not. I feel
Why'd
like it
they
was
do
like a
that?
teaser. I don't know. I
Hey,
don't
y'all
know.
excited about the game? Here's character sheets. We'll talk to
Man,
you
these look cool.
in a year.
Yeah. And they did look cool. Like,
That's good. That's good.
yeah. So, of course, we're kind of recording this episode because you've been gone.
I've been gone. I saw some movies though before I
Yeah.
was gone. Now you talking about movies, Ian?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
I need to see
Oh,
that.
I wanted to see
It's
that.
a really good movie that I saw the trailer for it and I forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zalnop on Discord he saw it and mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I
I
want to
see that.
too.
And then so I was like, "Fuck, I got to see this," because he was like, he loved it. He's like, "You got to see it before it leaves theaters," and I was like, "When does it leave theaters?" And I looked it up, and I was like, "This week." So it was one of those where it was like I went in the middle of the week, super late. I got out of the theater at 12:30. I was literally the last customer in the theater because I watched it in a theater alone, which was fantastic.
God,
That's
I
great.
love when
Yeah.
that
It was
happens.
fantastic. And then like I was after the movie, I always have to pee because I'm not taking a bathroom break in the middle of the movie. What do you, I mean, I paid good money for this.
I do. I stress if I start. That's all I can think about is how
Really?
bad I got to pee. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll sacrifice 5 minutes
Yeah.
of this.
Well, if I was in the theater alone, I'd just pee in a cup. Just right there.
I get so task oriented on
I hear
watching
ya.
the movie that it's like it doesn't even hit me until credits roll, which end credit sequences really fuck with that because it's like I sit through the
God, I
whole
know.
credit scene like in pain. But Everything Everywhere All at Once was phenomenal. Holy shit, that is like probably a top 10 movie. Like it was
I want to see it.
amazing.
I wanted to go see it with you that night, but we were up. In
I know
Murray
you
too
had
late.
stuff going
Oh.
on, and yeah, I think
Been the first time we've seen a movie since Black Snake Moan. I think.
I think you're right. We don't see movies a lot together, which I get. I mean, like I know that you don't really like to do that.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I like to. It's just I just don't have time. Like
Yeah.
finding that kind of like you watch all these kids. I'm gonna go watch a movie. Bye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in the past, your thing has always been like, why do I want to sit in a dark room and say nothing with a friend for 2 hours? You know, that's kind of been your
Yeah.
thing. So it's like I take that kind of stuff to heart. But like when I mentioned to you and you're like, oh yeah, I want to see that. I was like, yeah, let me know if you want to go. I think you'd like it a lot when you get to see it. Ian, I think you'd like it a lot too.
I want to. I wanted to see it, and
Like
my movie going is limited to. Now I'm going. Now it's like happened twice where Gage has called me up and been like, "Hey, I'm going to see this movie Saturday morning." I'm like, "Tell your mom," and if he tells her, she'll be like, "You should go." So if it's if it comes from him, she won't like shoot me down.
I was
if
about to say.
but I just feel bad because she did not come to see Doctor Strange. She still didn't want to go to the theater. I'm going to be dragging her to the theater to see Love and Thunder because she's
the Thor
movie,
The Thor
Thor
movie.
4,
Thor 4.
Thor 4. She loves Thor. That's her favorite out of all of them, and that really mine too. If I'm being honest,
I like that they're going comedy with Thor.
I do too.
And that they're
Thor
not,
Ragnarok. God, Thor Ragnarok.
yeah,
is so good.
and that
So
it's
good. It
not
was
like Thor
perfect.
1, which I thought was an okay movie, and then Thor 2, which I dipped on. I didn't see that
it
one.
was okay. all it did was establish the red Infinity Stone,
Yeah.
the origin of it.
But making him like, I like watching him as a strong buffoon.
And that's where
That's what I like.
Well, and
that's good.
I'm gonna take her to that for sure. She's going to the theater because I ain't missing it.
When is that coming out?
July. And B, she loves it. But my thing is, I feel bad, kind of like you, where it's like, hey, I'm going to the movies without you. Bye. She's like, well, I don't like going to the movies, but it'd be cool if you weren't going and having fun when you could stay home and have fun.
Man. No, it's you.
She doesn't do that. I just perceive that.
But
do you understand?
Melissa doesn't
I
care
do
if
understand, but like Nikki goes to bed at like, she's like, oh, you're going to the movie after 9? Cool. I will be asleep at 9. So that does not alter. Henry will be asleep. I will be asleep. Do whatever you want after 9 o'clock.
So I've just you saying Thor being the funny buffoon. I heard all the Melissa and the girls were all talking about like they didn't find Thor super attractive except in one scene. In one scene, they all unanimously agreed, holy shit, he was hot. When he is
Playing video games in the trailer.
Yeah, it's like
when he's
Melissa's
yelling
like,
at,
oh, that's like Tyler. Okay, that's hot.
when he's yelling at Nude Master 69.
Whenever he's like dirty and sweaty wearing that Carhartt gear and then summons the axe when he gets right in
Oh, okay.
Captain Marvel's face, like they are like, yeah, that's the only time he's been really attractive.
I think that's just indicative of our region.
That's also true. Because Melissa's like, yeah, honestly, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I don't think thin, muscular guys are hot. It's not masculine to me. It's like, I like a belly and a beard. I was like, well, that works out for me. I struggle to believe you, but
I wouldn't struggle to believe it. She did marry you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
She's clearly
that's a
attracted to you.
Pretty good indicator that she's telling the truth.
Yeah. I don't know that I just think Tanya likes the whole story. I think she loves the humor, but she likes looking at Chris Hemsworth, and she likes the fact that it's a pretty well put together series as far as I'm concerned, and I think the Asgard thing and their whole culture and the way they are, just it just has that certain feeling about it that makes us both just sort of happy when we're watching
Sure.
it. That dopamine is flowing. I could watch any of the Thor movies anytime.
Ragnarok was so good.
Ragnarok was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
And I love that they're like
soup to nuts. That movie was fucking perfect.
and they're like combining any interaction with Guardians of the Galaxy is like, oh God, this is fucking perfect.
There was that point in the MCU where all those movies just sort of converged, and it's like you're watching Endgame, but you might as well be watching a Thor movie.
Sure.
Because there was tons of Thor presence in that movie, right? Or you love Captain America? Well, we got a shit ton of Captain America. I love that convergence of all of those sort of stories.
Yeah.
To where, if Ragnarok wasn't enough, well, you've got Endgame, and you've got, plenty of him in all the other stuff too. I love that.
They had their own solo movie identities that they were able to puzzle piece together.
For sure.
So I'd written down, having that perfect casting makes a big difference. Like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Okay, that's perfect. You're not going to find better in comic book movie, not just Marvel movies, but in comic book movies. How many examples of perfect casting do you think there are?
Well, it's funny you ask, because I did see Morbius with Dennis since we've been doing tabletop.
Yeah.
We heard about this.
And I will say, pretty perfect casting.
That's what Addie. That's what Artsy AJ went to see on her first date.
What?
Yeah, we're going to see Morbius. I was like,
It's our first date. He took her to Morbius, or did she decide?
I don't know. But I did tell her, I was like, okay, here. Dave said it's all right if you know it's gonna suck.
Oh, okay.
If you go in knowing it's terrible.
Oh, it's fantastic. if I saw it with Dennis, and we both knew going in, this ain't a good movie. And no one was in the theater. It would have sucked if other people would have been in the theater with us, but no one was in there. And we got to openly, loudly make fun of it the entire time. And it was fucking amazing. It is like, whenever whenever I have an experience like that in a movie theater, it is like this is good shit. Like it would have been the same like if we'd have seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, because like there would have been moments where it's been like holy shit, like just exclamations,
like good excited
exclamations
moments.
of joy.
Dave, my dick's out.
Oh my god, I know what that means.
Do you mean
bro job, choo choo.
Do you mean like perfect casting in superhero movies?
Oh, look at you getting back on top.
Well, I'm curious. I have questions. I have to think about these things, but I want to know
Mr.
the
Podcaster
I
over
want to know the
here.
parameters of the fucking question. Is this outside the MCU?
Yes,
Okay,
because I
think
have one example outside the MCU.
I feel like the MCU kind of gets it right every time, but then again, I'm a huge fanboy, so I can't pick one that I didn't think was cast right. Outside.
Well, I'm just saying if you could envision another actor in it, it might not be perfect casting, because it's like if it's ironclad, like holy fuck, I cannot see anyone else doing this.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to laugh at me, but I know that I said Dean Cain earlier, but I think Dean Cain was a good Superman.
I'm with you on that.
I
thought
love
Brendan Routh was a good Superman.
I thought Henry Cavill was a good Superman.
I think Henry Cavill is an awesome Superman. Like, aside from Christopher Reeve, who was my first Superman, I'm always going to love that guy.
Man, those
The first
movies.
two movies.
God, I wish they weren't so boring. But yeah,
They're great movies, but
They're pretty boring.
They're boring.
I mean, like I can see in a world where like
Superman is boring.
superhero movies don't exist. Like people are like, holy shit, he's flying for 20 minutes. I can see that being exciting. But like in a world where like Marvel movies exist, it's kind of one of those where it's like,
1977,
let's speed it up a little, buddy.
In 1977, Superman was awesome.
I get it.
So, for
I
that
understand.
reason, there just weren't that many
I get
movies.
it. I do. I understand.
I think Henry Cavill takes the top tier for me. I don't see anyone else being Superman because I thought Man of Steel was superb.
I thought it was really good.
It was a great movie.
that.
He chops logs in that, so Melissa's probably in. There's a
there's
really
some-
good
Okay.
scene
Well,
of him.
see, that's why I showed her that. I showed her that one dude on TikTok who
chopping
just
logs.
chops wood,
Yeah.
and she wasn't into it.
Oh, really?
I think you need to have the gut along with like.
Oh, he doesn't have the guts.
no.
He's got the fucking like. I'm like I would say a pretty straight man, and
Yeah.
70-30.
I'm a pretty straight
Let's
man.
talk about the Kinsey report real quick.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
No one is perfectly straighted. No one is perfectly
right.
gay.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, look, I would never have a romantic relationship with a man. I just haven't. I'm pretty straight. So like, but that scene where Henry Cavill's chopping fucking wood is ingrained in my mind. When I think of Man of Steel, that is the first thing I think of.
Well, didn't he work in an oil rig? And there was
Maybe.
it was some kind of big dirty
chopped wood, I can tell you
manly
that.
thing going on with the oil rig. You know, he was just a regular dude trying to blend in, not being a superhero or whatever. And that was pretty manly. I was like, okay, yeah, that guy's pretty hot.
Yeah, I mean,
Not gonna lie about it.
No, but the reason I know he doesn't have a gut is because, like, in that scene where he's chopping wood, it's like, holy shit, man! Like,
He's wearing a sweater, and you can see his abs.
What even are you?
yeah, it is, and I guess that's probably what they were going for, you know? Because
yeah.
I mean, he is like otherworldly.
Oh, he really is. The guy is like massive.
Yeah,
Because I see that
He's got muscles in places I didn't think ever had muscles.
muscles got
you know?
muscles. Because I see that it's like, does Melissa really like the gut, or does she really hate small talk and dating? So she just got to skip all that with me.
You're selling yourself short.
So what is it now? What is it now? Tinder? No, it's fine. No, this works. It's fine.
Tinder or Tyler? Which will it be?
Man, I really. Oh God, it's swiping. This sounds awful. Let's just get married.
Swiping? What the fuck's a swipe?
I'm not swiper. No, let's fucking do it.
For a woman to be as into you as she is, as Melissa is, you're selling yourself short, brother. Trust me. She really digs you.
I think Professor X is perfect casting
Professor X is perfect casting.
because I can't imagine
Yes.
anyone else as Charles Xavier.
Also, Magneto. I mean, again, to me, Magneto in that same movie, there's no other Magneto for me. Okay, I got to back up on that.
Okay.
though.
No. I wasn't laughing for that. I was laughing for a different reason. I thought of something else.
It wasn't because of you that I had this change of there's two Magnetos because there's a young one and an old one.
I like the young one.
I think they're both excellent.
Yeah.
Like I get the difference, the fact that one's playing a young one, one's playing an old one.
I love Ian McKellen, but I still have trouble reconciling him because my first Magneto was 90s X-Men cartoon Magneto, who falls more in the niche of young Magneto.
Sure.
Okay.
You're going to laugh. And rightfully so, maybe. But you guys, fucking Kelsey Grammer as Beast is
Yes.
it is perfect
It
casting.
is.
And it is a shame that they have not got him back.
Yep.
Please reprise your Beast role.
That's
I
true.
would watch a Beast movie, a character I don't even like.
I would watch Beast host a radio show in Seattle.
my God, it'd be
just
great.
as Beast.
Okay, hear me out. Beast as a superhero therapist. I would like do it as
Like
a
Dr.
comedy.
Katz, but
Do
he's
it.
interviewing other
Squiggle
superheroes.
Vision, do it on Adult Swim. I would resubscribe to cable. Hey, Comcast, fucking hook me up because I'm going back. Like if they had that shit, oh my god, are you kidding
McCoy
me?
in Squiggle Vision.
Oh my god, please, please,
It's good. That's good.
Trademark by the idea.
God, but that's perfect casting.
It is. No,
It's
I
wasted.
totally agree.
He has like how many lines?
In X3, you're
Oh my
right. It was
God.
wasted, but it was perfect casting. I'm with you there.
God, who would be a good Juggernaut?
They've had a couple that didn't really
Right,
land.
which is why I'm asking. Who would
The one
be
they
a
had
good
in
Juggernaut?
Deadpool 2 wasn't even actually a person. That was 100%
So
CG.
CGI is probably
Yeah.
the perfect casting.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. And dude, I love that Juggernaut was in that movie because like back in the day, Juggernaut was like essentially like Deadpool's rival. And like they like had some really good, like there was a really good rivalry there that involved like Black Tom Cassidy and like that shit went deep. So when I saw him show up in that movie, it was like, fuck yes, someone is reading comics.
Cable and Juggernaut.
Right. It's like, holy crap.
It's probably Ryan Reynolds.
It is probably Ryan Reynolds. Another reason, if he leaves that,
You give it to a suit in a studio and it's done.
and I heard like with that, I heard this rumor that with Deadpool 3, he threatened, was like, I'm out. And then they were like, okay, we'll change it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'd rather the franchise not come back than
Oh,
get
yeah, then
fucking
get- then-
broken.
yeah, for real. Absolutely.
I'm not going to, no one else is going to be Deadpool. That might be the absolute ultimate perfect casting choice is Ryan Reynolds.
Way better than Green Lantern. Like way better.
Well, and they lean into that too at the
I
end
know.
of that, and I
know,
love it. It's
I
like,
love it.
Because
this one's for you, Canada.
Of course, just based on Stan Lee's endorsement alone, just that Robert Downey Jr. being the perfect Iron Man.
He was the perfect Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I never read any Iron Man. So like me, it was just like, I'm one of those people where it's like, yeah, he is Iron Man.
I read enough to know that he fit the role well. He did play the
about Gary
right
Busey?
kind of Tony Stark. What
Because
about
what
him?
he meant, like Stan Lee
Can we
made
get
him
him
cry,
as
saying
Iron
like
Man?
you're perfect, you're what I wanted. Like, because what Iron Man was made to make an unlikable superhero, like make him just obnoxious and see how it goes over.
Well, and it worked. And Robert Downey's more perfect for that than anybody because he's had more of those roles where he just kind of is an asshole.
Sherlock 3. Have you seen that's coming out?
I saw that's coming
They're
out.
making a
Yeah, they are.
third Sherlock, and you're excited about
I
it?
I'm
love
excited
those,
about
man.
it. I
You're
fucking
excited about
love
it?
those
I
movies.
love it. I'm with
Oh,
you.
God.
Sadly, Guy Ritchie's not the director.
Oh,
But,
no.
But man, I
Wait,
did. I
Guy
fucking
Ritchie
loved-
directed the first
no.
two?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Really?
They're that good. They're good
I
movies.
love
Did you see
the
them
first
at all?
two. I like the first one more than the second
Apparently,
one.
I didn't. So here's what happened. Holmes was that the name of? I can't remember the fucking name of the series with Cumberbatch, which was fucking
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
which was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yep.
I loved it.
Even though it had 3 years between
Very
seasons.
different
not a big deal.
iterations.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
it. And then
So
that was a
good.
hit. And then everybody was like, we're doing Sherlock public domain.
How-
Zoom, 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 zoom.
How about a doctor version? That's House. Okay. What about a teacher version? That's Elementary. Okay. All right. Perfect.
Well, think about it too, though.
So I can't keep them straight. I don't
think
know
the
what is
original
what.
Robert Downey movies predated the Benedict Cumberbatch show.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
do.
Really?
Yeah, that Sherlock is fairly recent by comparison, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think at least the first Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey in it was a couple of years or more before the PBS series.
No, but not before it was aired in like Britain.
Possibly.
Because really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me look. You talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
But that's why, I mean, I don't feel like there's probably been a perfectly cast Sherlock, because I can see that being so many different ways.
Yeah.
Because I do love Robert Downey Jr. versions. I do. He's more of the, unhinged version. He's the Joker version of Sherlock, where Benedict Cumberbatch is the Batman version.
Okay. Sherlock, the TV series, 2010. Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law, 2009. The year before. Yeah.
Then Nikki and I saw. Hi, Siri. Welcome to the show. It's nice for you to join us.
It was my Siri for this time.
Oh, my Siri heard us. Hi, Siri. It's great. Thank you for joining us. I see you're not on Ian's wrist anymore. You're on my phone.
Jumping around.
Hey, Bixby. Oh, no, I keep you dead in my phone, so no problem.
Wow. Then so Nikki and I saw another movie after that was a Sherlock Holmes movie.
There's been 2 of the Robert Downey ones.
We didn't see the second one of that, so I don't know that we've even seen the first one.
I love that Moriarty in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, fuck. He was really good.
It's really good, and I was super pumped to hear they were making a third one. That got me excited because I feel like they left that one hanging.
Absolutely,
they needed one more. Just one more. Bad or good. Finish the story, please.
So the third one's no good?
We don't know. It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it hasn't come out.
I'm just saying if
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, if he's not directing, it's going to feel different, but I don't know that it'll necessarily be a bad movie. I don't care if it's bad or good. I just want him to finish the story is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Because I'm easy. I'll probably say it's
like
good,
a Sunday
even if
morning.
It's bad. Yeah.
I think that Jim Carrey is perfect casting for Robotnik.
I saw a bit of
I still need to see
bits
that.
and pieces of the second movie.
We saw Sonic 2.
It was pretty good what I saw of it. The first one I loved.
I think the second one is better than the first one.
Well, the scene I saw was really, really funny.
Like I really do, because the first one has a lot of that like Sonic in the real world setup.
Sure.
And like
now we've established that.
That's all right. Now it's like
moving forward.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And it's like I thought it was really good. And Tails is obviously the best, and he's in this one. Mm-hmm. So that was a plus. Henry is older now than when the first one came out. So like he's like the right age for it now, which also made it like extra good.
Cohen loved it.
Yeah.
He was all about Knuckles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Knuckles is great.
He couldn't stop
sexy
talking about Knuckles.
So sexy Idris Elba. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So whenever you earlier said that Gage had told you Sam Raimi directed the Doctor Strange 2,
right?
I for a split second got Gage and Cohen mixed up, and I was like, "Man, that's deep."
Cohen knows his
you
shit.
took him to see it too. He knew the director.
No, but
Cohen, quick! Top 5 directors, go.
There was
grandfather. Did you know Mr. Raimi directed this?
Well, one of the cool things about this one was too, my granddaughter Chloe, who I haven't gotten to spend a whole lot of time with, as you both know, because of circumstances that we weren't all allowed to be together when we wanted to. Well, Chloe is huge Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. She's into the MCU like hardcore, but she really leans into the female leads that have really become a big deal in the MCU. She got to come with us, so me and Gage took his stepdaughter Chloe to see that movie, and it was really neat.
Yeah,
having her. She's 12 or 13, I can't remember. I think she may have just turned 13, but anyway, yeah, she had a really good time, and it was neat going to see it with her and all that stuff. And it definitely was not something Dad was going to let Cohen go see. I don't think Cohen would have done well in that one. He might have been a bit much for him. Not overtly scary, but it was kind of violent,
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Doctor Strange 2 was like how appropriate for a 7-year-old it might be.
Given what I know about Henry,
Yeah.
I think it's probably okay.
Okay.
It might be a little
He-
intense at times.
He did cry at the end of the last Spider-Man movie.
There was a good reason for that,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Not because he was terrified.
No,
because
he wasn't
For
terrified.
the same
he was,
reason that Cohen
he
cried
was
at
sad.
the end of Spider-Man.
He was just sad, and rightfully so.
So I think Henry could probably take it.
Okay.
It's not like
All right. Maybe I'll take him then.
I don't want you to do that on my recommendation.
Oh, I
because
definitely will.
We were taking Gage to see shit like way more intense.
You have to
than
stay
that
with him
when
at
he was
night if
that
he's
age.
scared. You have to come over. and
Yeah.
stay with
Gage
him.
had
No,
no
I-
restrictions on
I
what
mean-
he could watch. We let Gage watch whatever the hell he wanted.
I don't think he'd be scared just because, like,
It's not. I don't think so, man.
I know how to sell it too, because this is how I sell him movies sometimes. Because, like, I'll be honest, he has a high threshold for that kind of stuff. Because they're like with no, it wasn't Ghostbusters. He hated Goonies, by the way. Henry and I watched the Goonies recently, and
Wow, really?
and he was like, we got maybe to like 20 minutes to the end. He was like, he looked at me, he was like,
The truffle shuffle's fat shaming, Dad. I'm not into this.
I mean, I do honestly think that, I mean,
It's dated.
it's dated because I mean,
get
you
that.
you joke about that, but he was like, Dad, they're all mean to each other.
Mm.
And I never once in my life stopped and evaluated that until he said it. And I was like, man, they are mean to each other. They really are mean to each other. And he was like, I don't like that. And he said, also, they're swearing a lot. And I was like, well, yeah, but that's kind of funny though, right?
Is it though?
Kenna also
Dad?
doesn't like those swear words. Nope.
Yeah. And Henry, he told me the other day, he's like, I'm never going to say a swear word. And I was like, don't say that. They're just reserved. They're just
Punch him in the face and we went, fuck.
You better stop or I'll treat you like the Goonies treat each other. But it was just one of those where it's like, I can respect that answer because those are, I mean, like from a 7-year-old, those are two really good reasons to not like this movie. I mean, you don't like seeing friends treat each other this way, and that's probably a really good thing. I grew up in an era where we treated each other like
Well,
this.
we noticed that in Anna's episode about the teen slaying. It
I
was
know.
so much more positive than all of our shit.
I know it. So I don't know. Just talking about the appropriateness of movies and stuff reminded me of that. But we were watching. God, I can't remember. There was something where it was. This is great podcasting. There was something I was like, dude, this is scary. Are you sure you can handle this? And I noticed that enticed him.
He
And
wanted it.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, I can watch this.
Did he
It
watch
was
the-
Beetlejuice.
Oh,
It was Beetlejuice.
if he's seen Beetlejuice, he'll do fine in Doctor Strange. too.
Okay. Yeah, and he
Has he
loved
seen the first one?
the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
I don't know how much of the story matters.
I don't think that matters
to him.
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't think
Chloe
that's-
hadn't seen it either, and she enjoyed the movie.
Yeah,
a lot.
I don't think he cares about the story so much.
There's
as-
a lot of story, but there's also a lot of visuals, a lot of really beautiful, well done, amazing
Yes,
visuals.
That's what we're looking for.
it's a very visual movie.
Good.
So that was
Yeah.
whenever we went on a picnic for Mother's Day and we were all out and Anna had said, yeah, I want to see Doctor Strange. And of course, Artsy AJ was like, you didn't take me? It's like, well, we were invited by somebody else. But she was like, well, what did it look like? How good was the CGI? She was really excited. And Anna was just, I mean, it was good. She's like, how can you say that? Well, I don't like CGI that doesn't look like anything.
What do you
Because
mean? Doesn't look like anything?
it's
Like,
like-
something made up?
It's making, you're doing something made up, so I have nothing to base it on how cool it looks. But if you're CGI that looks like something that's concrete and
overthinking
real,
it.
I'm impressed.
You're overthinking
Yeah,
it.
and that's why RCAJ was like, it was cool looking.
Yeah, it's cool looking. Is it cool looking or not?
She have.
I can tell you Morbius was not cool looking.
What did she say? The water looked really good, though.
She
I was like,
missed
okay,
out. She missed out on that experience then,
Yeah.
because that is one of the main reasons to see it. Just because it's visually almost overwhelming.
Does
in
it-
a good way?
Does it get psychedelic at any point?
Should we take mushrooms and go see Doctor Strange
Do
too?
not take mushrooms and go see Doctor.
I've only
Strange
taken
2.
mushrooms once. I'm never doing
Or
that.
acid.
again.
Don't
it
do
was
that either.
horrible. I hated it.
Yeah, they sucked.
And if acid is like, I never had acid, but if it's like mushrooms and any like capacity,
it is. It's just more long lasting.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks. I hate myself enough without it.
It's there's a couple of scenes in it that could be defined as pretty fucking trippy.
All right. Well, I was
not
hoping
like beyond, not like upsettingly so.
I was hoping they would kind of lean into that like psychedelic
They
kind of
do.
like.
I think they did the first one whenever he goes, sees his face going into
That scene,
every
Yeah, the kaleidoscope.
That scene, there's a scene
for an hour and a half.
Yeah. There's a scene similar to that in the second movie.
Okay.
And it doesn't go nearly, it's not nearly as weird, but, and I won't spoil anything. It's just passing through the different multiverses.
Okay.
Is what it is.
All right.
And it's just all the different.
I've seen YouTube thumbnails.
all this
with
different
shit,
shit
circled in red with arrows pointing at it. So,
all the different shit they've come up with for the different universes. And, you know,
Okay.
one of my favorite, I don't know if you guys ever watched the show Sliders.
I saw a lot of commercials.
But yeah,
I watched it and it was about
Sliders at 7 p.m. on
Yeah,
TNT.
a lot of commercials while I was watching The Simpsons and all that.
Stargate followed by Sliders.
Yes. It was a show about people who were sliding.
O'Connell?
Yeah, Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell.
They were sliding between different versions of Earth.
Right.
Every week was that was my
It was kind of like Quantum Leap, but
Yeah, only it was like the reality of this
Reality
Earth
of the
is
week.
different. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
Like in one episode there was like these giant wasp spiders, you know, or
Yeah.
sometimes it would be something as simple as the football team for LA was a different name.
it's kind of like a
You know.
Treehouse of Horror, it sounds like.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Does
that
Jerry O'Connell step on a butterfly in the past at some point?
well, it's not time travel. It's just
I know,
the
that was
interdimensional
And Treehouse of
travel.
Horror
I was just joking.
1 through 8. It's not the rest of the Treehouse of Horror.
I don't think I've seen a post 8 Treehouse of Horror, to be honest.
I've seen a few. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're okay. Sometimes they're great.
Bring
Sometimes
out
they're
Kay
not.
Kodos!
Yeah.
Wheel him out!
We need a hit, guys.
All work and no play makes Doctor Strange
Something.
Go crazy? Don't mind
Mind
if I do.
Henry loved that episode, by the way. Specifically that scene. And it's like, all right, we're raising him right.
Yeah, I think he'd be all right.
What about Moon Knight?
Go
You guys
see
seen
it.
Moon
I
Knight?
haven't.
Not yet.
I've heard it's good. I heard there's a fuck in it.
RCAJ loved
I heard it was great.
Loved it. She got mad at the finale
Uh-oh.
because they rushed it. It's only 45 minutes. They kind of
Sucks.
just cut it
Only.
off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they had a lot to wrap up in 45 minutes.
I get that.
I've been promised that next weekend, this coming weekend, we're gonna watch Moon Knight.
Okay.
So yes, I want to see it.
Even
very
Melissa
much.
watched the first episode and was like, holy shit. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, we've got a lot on our plate. We just finished Star Trek Picard, which ended amazingly well, the second series. And then we've got this new Star Trek show coming up called
I'm pretty sure
Strange
it's
New
Pickard,
Worlds.
Ian.
Pickard. John Luck Pickard.
Gene
Luck.
Gene Luck Pickard.
Strange New Worlds is on now. I haven't started yet. We're going to let a few of those episodes build up, but it's pre-Kirk Enterprise. It's when Captain Pike was the captain of the Enterprise before Kirk took over, and there was like 2 or 3 years of that, I think. I can't remember how long they were supposedly
So
a crew.
Chris Hemsworth?
It is not Chris Hemsworth because it's a different
Pine, you mean?
timeline.
Well, Chris Hemsworth was
He was Chris
Pine's
Pine's
dad.
dad in the Kelvin timeline.
okay.
Hemsworth
He essentially
was?
created the Kelvin timeline
Huh.
because of the Romulans that came into the past and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But this one is more canonical for the main timeline, the original timeline. Spock is a member of the crew. He was always on the Enterprise. And then Kirk came along and replaced Captain Pike because of a bunch of shit that happened to Captain Pike. But there was a span of time where the Enterprise was captained by a different crew before Kirk took over.
Except for Spock.
Except for Spock, he continues to serve on Enterprise when Kirk takes over, and they become obviously sort of the foundational crew.
Yeah.
But that's on, and we haven't started it yet. We're letting a few of those episodes build up. I've been leaning really heavily into Apple TV. I got a free year of Apple TV from T-Mobile. So now I've been watching all this crap on Apple TV that I missed.
I get it.
Which I love. Morning show. I watched Pachinko.
I heard that was great. Fucking pachinko machines.
Pachinko is a good show. It's not what you think. It's a drama. And it has very little to do with Pachinko, strangely enough.
Good, because Konami has forever ruined pachinko for me.
I saw their building flying into Vegas.
Oh, did you?
I saw the Konami building.
Sweet.
And I was like, I bet they're making pachinko machines in there. Or slot machines.
Probably
Sneaking in
a little
six,
of
it's just a pachinko machine. Well, do you have anything else from Vegas?
Well,
That's
fun?
it.
Gita In and Out?
That's it. I saw the Konami building and then went home.
That's enough for me. Turn her around.
Fine. Pilot, do I have to buy a second ticket? Then you just turn this thing around?
What if I commit an air crime?
Yeah, there were definitely some air marshals on one of our flights, like for sure. Like that's a fun game I like to play where it's like, who's the air marshal? There was definitely one on one of our flights because like, sir, you are either a professional wrestler or an air marshal.
And I mean, flying into Vegas, you never
Are you
know.
with John
Yes, it is
Cena?
true.
You have to tell me if you are.
Yeah, right. It's against the law. You have to know. This is entrapment. John Cena's on the plane. Yeah, I went to Vegas for like a work trip, and it was a lot of work. It sure was. It was a lot of work. But I had about like 2 hours of play each day. I did go to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Got a double animal style.
What'd you think?
It was really good. Although I saw my coworkers who did not know about animal style, and their burgers looked like regular ass burgers.
What is animal style?
Animal style is they grill onions and mustard into the patty.
Oh, okay.
And their onions were really good.
Yeah, they are.
At In-N-Out. They were really good. So I saw these plebes eating.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
So these burger cuts.
Eating the non-animal style, and I got to be honest. That was, I mean, a joke. Obviously, eat the burger that you want to eat. But when I got there, me having never eaten at In-N-Out in my life, was looking at the menu and I was like, okay, I do not see animal style anywhere on this menu. So when I ordered it, I was very like shy about
Or
it.
trepidatious. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and I was
can
like,
I
Is
this a secret code?
And I was like, I'll have a double animal style. It was a question.
Yeah.
You put it on a Palm Pilot sign
I'm
to
Ron
her.
Burgundy.
Animal style. And there's like, and then she just shouted over her shoulder, double animal style. And I was like, all right, good. I'm in good shape. And it was, it was really good. The fries I thought were really good there too. Of course I loaded them up with salt. I had, what else did I have there that was really good? Bobby's Burgers, a Bobby Flay burger joint.
I don't think you can say Bobby's World.
Bobby's World's
It's
Burgers.
Bobby's World meets Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
That's what it was. They had a crunch burger, which was essentially like a
Smash burger,
I
crispy.
don't know what a smash burger is.
They press it down really hard so there's that crust on it. It's really thin.
Oh no, these just had potato chips.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like a layer of potato
That'll
chips.
work.
And it's the first time I've ever ordered a burger where they're like medium or well done. And I was like, is this ground beef? And I was like, medium, I guess. Sure, let's roll this dice.
I like when they give me a mid-rare burger when I ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really good. Beer there cost a fortune. But that's okay. It didn't stop me. And I had, what else? The big thing was when I got there, we stayed at Caesar's Palace.
Nice.
And I got to say that like half of my
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's
Hail to
Palace.
Caesar.
Yes. Half of the room was bathroom.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like that.
Really?
Most of the big rooms there. Yeah.
Half of the room was bathroom. The toilet had its own room.
Yep.
Which was connected to the bathroom. But like the bathroom was literally the size of my office at home. And then the bedroom part was like the same size as the bedroom as the bathroom.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And I didn't get in the tub, but there was a giant, I mean, I say giant, but like a tub in there that's bigger than the tub we have at home.
Sure.
You could lay in it without scrunching your knees up.
Yes. Yeah. And I thought about taking a bath in there, but I never did. I'm a shower boy.
Yeah.
If I
Do
don't
you want
have
to make Dave soup?
No, I mean the last time I took a bath, I think was in Germany where I woke up. I fell asleep in there and I woke up in freezing water, confused and not knowing.
Oh, that's
couldn't
scary.
read anything.
That's bad.
That makes me want to check on you every night to make sure you didn't fall asleep in a bathtub.
No, I don't take baths,
That's scary.
especially at
Oh.
home. Holy, because our bathtub is like a poor person's bathtub, you know, and it's like short and
It's
like
an oil drum that Goku gets in with the fire
yeah,
underneath it.
it's super uncomfortable. Sometimes I'm like, honey, would you like to take a bath? And it's kind of a joke because it's like, obviously that would be crazy uncomfortable.
Yeah, we have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Would you like to sit in the bathtub?
Let's set ears to ankles. Come on.
Oh, 2 people in a bathtub? Not a chance. Not a chance. 2 children? That ain't even gonna work. No. If we had 2 kids, we'd be fucked. But like when we got there at Caesar's Palace, I kept seeing these promotions for Chris Rock, and I was like, "Oh shit, is Chris Rock here?" He was. He just happened to be there while we were there for work, and I was like, "Well, what days does he have a show?" He had a show on Friday. He had a show on Saturday. This is my first work trip with this company, which was a lot of work, honestly, but truly went off really well.
Good.
And it was one of those where it's like, now I'm a lot more comfortable with my coworkers because we spent a lot of time together,
Yeah.
and like
That's a good thing.
I got to know people a lot better, and like it really was a good thing. But it was a lot of work each day, and it was early mornings too. Like, I mean, I was waking up at 4:30 a.m. 2 of the days, and then it was a treat when we got to wake up at 5:30. And then it goes on till about, like 8 o'clock kind of deal.
That is a long day.
It's a long day, and I'm a graphic designer, but like there are only like 6 of us. So what that means is that when we have these annual meetings, which has like this one had over 1,000 people, we're the staff. So we're the staff, and it's kind of one of those where it's like I've kind of reached a point in my career where it's like I don't care what I do as long as I get compensated well for it,
Yeah.
and I get some kind of fulfillment for it. It's like, sure, I went to school to be a graphic designer, but it's like, I mean, fuck, if I can get the same amount of fulfillment from doing something else, that's fine. Like, if as long as I'm doing what I need to do and I'm being appreciated for it, cool. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. But the point
I
of that,
appreciate your podcastery.
thank you, as do you.
I appreciate your podcastery, Ian.
As do you. And you.
Thank you. I wish everyone could see your smile.
I like you.
That was perfect.
I like you guys.
I like you
being
guys
here.
too.
Yeah,
I would go so far as to say that I love you,
I think I love you too.
and I don't have
but
cancer.
what am I
as
so
far as I
afraid
know.
of? Afraid that I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to do it.
So these long days, I was like, well, maybe I'll go see Chris Rock. I want to do it on Saturday because Saturday's our last day, and I could see him after work, and I don't have to worry about being dead for work. I don't want to be dead for work because this is like intense work. I mean, I have to be on it. I can be dead for travel. And so my thing was, I'll wait until Saturday morning, see how I feel, and then make a decision. And I went to see Chris Rock.
Nice.
Awesome.
And it fucking ruled. It was amazing. And I'm like so happy that I got to see a comedy legend.
Right.
Like a fucking like opportunity. I felt like it was an opportunity that is like, I live in Paducah. Like this is, and I live in Paducah, and I miss Jerry Seinfeld coming
that was
to
too
Paducah.
expensive anyway.
I was a poor college student. I missed Jerry Seinfeld coming Paducah. I missed George Carlin coming to Paducah. So like with those two things,
What about Gallagher though?
Gallagher, I've never seen Gallagher or Gallagher 2 for that matter. I've never seen any Fruit Smashed. So like based on that, I was like, I'm fucking going to see Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And it was great. They were filming for Netflix, so they made us like put all our phones in like these magnetic pouches and shit,
Really?
which I thought was, first of all, They should do that at the movie theater. Hey, you going to see a movie? Put your fucking phone in a pouch. We'll unlock it at the end of the
Faraday cage.
Yep.
Okay.
And it was cool.
So when that special airs on Netflix, you're going to be in the audience.
Maybe they're filming the whole tour, so they're gonna like
okay.
stitch it together before it goes to Netflix. But it was
$1,000 whoever finds Dave in the Chris Rock special.
I was 14 rows back from the front.
Nice.
Yeah,
That
in the
is really
Coliseum, which is huge. It was
where
one
we
of
saw Elton John. That's a big.
when did the people I was sitting next to, they saw Elton John there in the Coliseum.
It was in 2015.
Dude, I think you guys were at the same show.
Really?
Yeah.
How sweet.
Because when I got there, so like there's I get a ticket with a seat on it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going and I find the seat and I was like, there's someone sitting here. So I said, I think I'm supposed to sit here. And then someone next to the woman was like, oh yeah, we can move. And I was like, well, it's no big. There was one seat open still. And I was like, that's no big. There's a seat down there. Was that your seat? And she said, yeah. And I said, no big deal. I'll sit there. You guys want to stay together or whatever? And she was like, no, I just have like a weak bladder. It was an aisle seat that I had. And she's like, I just want to get up and down. It's like, all right, no big deal. As long as I get to see Chris Rock, it's fine.
Right.
So like I went and sat in her seat. And because of that, she was with a big group. And because of that, I was like their hero. And like they started talking to me. And like the people next to me, they were from LA. And they were out for like Mother's Day. And they were talking about like the woman next to me was at the show where the guy rushed the stage at Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
and
wow.
Chris Rock was there.
Yeah,
they
and he came up and said, was that Will Smith?
Right. They were at that show. And then so we started talking about comedy, and like they had just recently seen like Bill Burr, and like they were talking to me about like Aziz Ansari, and like I mean it was cool. And the show was great, and so here's the deal. It got out at 12:30. I had to be in the lobby to leave for the plane at 3:00. So I just stayed up. And then I was like, I'll sleep on the plane, which I did, but it amounted to nothing.
Right.
And then when I got home, like I slept for 14 hours.
Yeah.
And then a half day today, and then I'm off tomorrow. So it was good. I had I walked to like every night. I walked somewhere to eat, which was a lot of fun. I walked to Dave's Hot Chicken, which is a place I'd heard of before, but had never been.
Do they have Dave style chicken that we can sue for?
I wish I had known that it existed because I would have worn my Dave style chicken shirt. So I went there and I was like, I was looking at their spice level, their highest was Reaper. And I was like, I'll have the Reaper. And they were like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you want the Reaper?
You still have to pay for it.
Are you sure? It's real hot. And I was like, yes, I want the Reaper. Okay, but you gotta sign this. And then they pulled out like a thing that I had to sign, a waiver, and it was like, so I signed it. And then like I ate it. And it is like not as hot as like Zaxby's, like the Zaxby's like hottest.
My God.
And I was with like a coworker and they were like, oh my God. And I'm like, it's really super not. It's like you can get hotter chicken where we live than this. Like it was nothing compared. It was like Hattie B's style, but like nowhere near like the Hattie B's. Hattie B's hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Hattie B's mess you up.
I remember we looked at the Joker after we ate Hattie B's the last time.
Oh
we went.
man, when I walked into the bathroom at Hattie B's and that guy was coming out and he looked at me like I was gonna like vomit blood on him. Yeah. And then
it's like your zombie throw up in the Dairy Queen at
at
con.
prom.
Yeah,
prom.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that was a bad experience. And then one night I walked to a ramen shop.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was really cool. And I had like, I spent so much unnecessary money on beer because beer there is like,
unless you're gambling,
gold.
It is.
And then so like the ramen was really good. And then the only gambling I did was I spent $15 at a little shop of horrors slot machine.
Nice.
And it was like the whole week I was like, because I was there for like six days ish. The whole week that was the one I saw, and I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna like blow $15, it's gonna be on that one. And of course, you know, I didn't win any money because of course I didn't.
Right.
But yeah, there was a Wheel of Fortune one, and I didn't play that one. Little Shop of Horrors all the way.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time on the trip. Then.
It was good.
I expected you to say, I didn't see Chris Rock. So I'm very glad you went and saw Chris Rock.
Yeah, it's typical Dave fashion to not go and see Chris Rock. Honestly, it is. It's typically fashion for me to really want something and then like find a reason to not do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of pushed through all those reasons because the tickets were expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get tickets to anything in Vegas that's not
Yeah,
expensive.
The tickets were expensive, and they were like so expensive that I'm not going to mention it on this show.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And so, but it was like, fuck it. And what's great about it was that I'd worked really, really hard for like all those days and just been like, you know what? Fuck it.
Treat yourself.
Exactly. Treat yourself. So yeah, man, it was a good show. It was
awesome.
it was a really good
I'm
show.
glad to hear that.
Did you like I did and would have ruined it by just writing down the jokes to be MSN sign-in names later?
I did
just
not.
not even paying attention.
Nope, I sure didn't. I didn't. It took my phone because it's like,
yeah.
And that morning, like one of my coworkers, like, you gotta take a bunch of pictures, and I was like, fuck no. No. I am not. I'm gonna fucking.
You have some Google Glasses, otherwise it's not happening.
I am gonna enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's like going to a fireworks show and people taking pictures.
Yeah,
Watch the fireworks.
No, just watch the
Those
fireworks.
pictures are going to look like
man.
shit.
Yeah, really.
But yeah. So
I don't even watch the fireworks when I go to a fireworks show, much
No?
less take pictures.
You
I
don't?
fucking hate fireworks.
You hate fireworks?
I've seen fireworks, therefore I'm good on fireworks
No.
forever.
Fireworks are like titties. They all kind
No.
of vaguely resemble each other, but they're different.
until you go to Disney World and see their fireworks show.
They're titties.
You know, titties. And then every fireworks show after that is kind of like, it's okay. It's no Disney. Did you ever find yourself like you mentioned you had to get up 4:30 in the morning to get up and go?
Yeah.
How was it as weird for you as it was for me the first few days when you'd get up and walk downstairs and the casino is still busy?
Not at all.
After you've been asleep?
Because I bypassed the casino.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, because we were on ballroom level. So it was just, and it was amazing because it's like my hotel room was right next to the elevator. So here was my commute to work. Walk out of my room, literally 10 feet to the elevator, walk in, no one's on it at 4:30, hit ballroom, and I'm at work.
That is good. When we were there, we stayed in an old hotel that's no longer there now, but for work. But you had to pass through the casino every morning to get out to the street.
Okay.
To go to where we were working, because they weren't going to put us in the nice hotel where we were actually working.
Yeah.
They put us in a shitty one, a block and a half away, which is not a short commute. On
No.
foot. A block and a half in Vegas is a 25-minute walk.
Well, especially when you got to take the bridges and stuff, and you
Yes.
don't know where they are. Because every night I went to CVS because it was like, oh, I can just buy my stuff at CVS for like regular ass prices. Yes, please. So, but like navigating there the first time was like I had to cross two bridges, and it's like the first time I went the long way and went like all the way around the Bellagio.
Oh Lord!
Yeah. And that damn fountain didn't go off the whole time I was
Are you
walking.
shitting me?
No, I'm not shitting you.
Oh,
It's COVID, man.
Yeah, right. Man, COVID, like the number of people wearing masks, literally zero. Like
I believe
literally
it.
zero.
But you know the Bellagio fountain runs on coughs. It's just people down there just like coughing really hard. That's what makes the water spurt across. COVID fucking killed it.
But yeah, man, that CVS, I loved it.
We
man.
bought a lot of shit at that CVS.
Dude,
I know the one you're talking about because it was nice. It also brought me back to reality for a few minutes.
Sure.
You know, walking into a CVS, be like, okay, I'm grounded. I feel good now. I know I'm far from home, but I know this makes me feel a little bit better.
I love
Thank you, capitalism.
That and Denny's, yes.
See, I didn't get to, because like really, like truly, like 12 hours or more per day were like in the ballroom.
Yeah,
So it's like
that
it was,
sucks.
I mean, it was like
It's like gaming at Dragon Con.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, this is Vegas, you know. So like, anytime I go out on the strip, which I of course would do because it's Vegas, I want to like do a little stuff. It was like, wow, this is like, wow, exciting.
It is exciting, and that's why I like it there, because there's always something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just, even if it's just going to CVS or going down the street to the ramen shop or going to the M&M museum, or
if you're a people watcher, like if you enjoy watching people,
love watching people.
Holy
That
shit.
is the place to do it.
Holy shit.
You can park your ass on a bench anywhere on that strip and be entertained for hours.
If you're a pervert in loose sweatpants,
there you go.
you can have a good time.
With money, you have a really good time. So many sex workers.
Yeah.
So many.
Oh, yeah.
So many. I love, like, one of my favorite things is like going down the elevator, like walking to the lobby and seeing like dudes dressed like me, dudes just looking like me, and then like women like in ball gowns like cut out shit. And it's like, I wonder if there's an arrangement there.
Yes. Did you see the card flickers? Are they still doing that?
I didn't
Did you
see
get that far down?
No, I didn't go far down at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, you have to get pretty far down the strip to get.
It's all digital now. They just tap your phone and put it
Oh no!
Can you airdrop me?
just constantly airdropping nude advertisements.
But there was, like, when I was talking to CVS, there was a van that was like rolled down the strip going, and then it had like a digital billboard on it.
Yeah.
It was like, escorts delivered to you.
Yep.
And then there was another Chippendales one, which was a lot of fun because I got to like nudge a coworker and be like, I think that one's for you. They said no. They politely declined.
I'm buying,
Unfortunately, I would have.
but I'm watching.
I would have. I would have bought.
I will compensate you to fuck a strange man. How about it?
Yeah. How happy are you?
Let's watch that SNL skit and see if that inspires you. And then
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of Chris Farley, he'd be perfect casting. Who would he be perfect casting for?
the Blob.
The Blob. Okay. I'd watch him as Iron Man.
Who played Nightcrawler in X2? Thought that was pretty amazing.
I don't know, but he was good.
I mean, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. But
Yeah.
but I don't know that I think he's perfect for the role.
Who would make a better Wolverine than Hugh Jackman?
Someone shorter and stouter. I don't know who that is, but
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
So anyway, I started Snickton.
And Rhea Perlman as Mystique. It's perfect.
Yes. Perfect.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Who would okay, so the MCU, or not necessarily the MCU, but what Marvel character would Dan Aykroyd play the best?
MODOK.
MODOK? I was thinking Uatu
Just
the Watcher.
Dan Aykroyd's head really big.
I like that.
Oh shit.
I need a break.
Take a break.
I think we're done, right?
Oh, we got a quiz or anything? I mean, it
Nah.
is like we're an hour and 45 minutes.
No, I
almost.
came into this with nothing, so
Okay.
That's pretty
we can
good.
Be done if you want to be done.
let's be done.
Cool. Thanks for listening, everybody. Find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere.
Probably
So,
not.
let's see. You want to send us something? Oh, you sent it to. I almost gave the phone number for that. TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole
Try it.
Nance, P.O. Box 375.
Try it, see if it works.
Send something to 270-883-8585. No, it didn't work.
Do you hate your postal worker? Just write that on an envelope.
Write a phone number and put it in there. See what happens. Email Dave@Tyler.com. We'll just see what happens.
Did you know if you put a beer in the mailbox, it'll just show up wherever you want it to?
That's my favorite episode of the Loaded Card Podcast.
Oh man, I love that. That was a lot of fun recording with them.
Let's see. What else do we have to do? reviews on iTunes and all that. Ian, do you have some executive producers?
I do. There's a list we've got, people. And I want you to know that this list is comprised of the very generous people who donate to us $20 or more per month. And I'm going to read you that list right now, whether you like it or not.
Fucking give it to me, baby.
Starting with, my eyes are not focusing right. My bifocals aren't doing their thing. Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Temporal Eternal Savior, Cubicle Monkey, Plinko, Nick Price, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Clambro, Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, Gamebug Prime, Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker, Chris Vaughn, Princess Banana Hammock, Flava Trick, Taryn Landon, Pinball Archmage, Chris Edler, sorry you could not be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope, Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, Drinksmith, Joey Webster, Master Cycle Baron, Kevin Link, Barbecue Baron, Andrew Rowland, General Kenobi Massacre, and last but not least, Sick Jake. We're sorry you fell for the marketing.
Yeah, get it.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the big ups in the donation from Motorcycle Baron, Kevin Link, Band Manager, Kevin Link. Thank you.
Thanks, Link.
I think people are enjoying the actual plays. We're getting a lot of positive feedback on the Discord, and I'm glad.
Bless you.
I'm having a great time doing those.
They're a lot of fun.
Plan to
look forward
be
to it a
back.
lot.
Hopefully, we'll be back at that next week. I think we're going to be recording that later this week. So,
Oh, yeah.
glad to hear that that's going over well.
No, I'm really, man, I miss running games. I miss running games, then being so into it that I plan all week and look forward to it. Like I miss that in my life. It's very good. I missed it.
And you're running a hell of a game.
Thank you.
For what I know about it, it's just flowed for me. It's been very easy to understand, and I'm having a great time. So thanks for that.
No, I'm very glad that you could be on it because I mean, we couldn't make Piggy Palace, so I'm very glad that we're able to make this work. I love the four of you are a really good group.
Thanks.
It's really worked out. Dave and I were talking about like how I was surprised how you guys ran through Jazz and Rune with this, like basically the whole dungeon with little to no breaks. Like a regular party dynamic, you would have had to leave and rested and bought supplies and went back, and you guys just, without me pulling any punches, just rolled through it. Let's see what else. Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Look at that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. Hey, you guys want to close it out?
Is your favorite Kid in the Hall, which premieres on Amazon this week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Shit.
Starting, I believe, tomorrow. I believe it's going to be on Prime.
Oh,
So,
hell yeah.
Starting tomorrow?
yeah.
Starting tomorrow? My day
believe-
off?
I think so.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
they're only doing one a week, though.
Oh, actually, I prefer that. That makes it so much easier.
I'm pretty sure it starts tomorrow.
That makes it so much easier. I don't feel I hate binge watching shows. I fucking hate it. And like, if a show releases all at once, I feel like I have to binge watch it. And what that results in is I don't fucking watch it. I hate it. And
You
like,
don't retain as much of it either.
I personally do not, for sure. And it's like Nikki and I have been watching anime this season, and that just comes out once a week. And it's easy for us to be like, well, this is the day that we watch all the anime that came out this week.
I get it.
As opposed to, oh my God, I have 12 hours of television to watch right now because it only matters for the next 3 days. I hate that so much. I hate that so much. Favorite Kid in the Hall.
Favorite Kid in the Hall. Okay. So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn. My pan.
Yes.
Cabbage Head.
We're all Bruce McCulloch. Director of Holes.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. Starring Shia LaBeouf.
I've never seen it. I just know he directed it.
I think
Or
Shia
wrote
LaBeouf's
it.
in it.
Maybe he wrote it.
I don't know.
Maybe he directed. I don't know. It's a podcast. Just take it with a grain of salt.
I was almost the chicken lady.
Oh. I'm curious if the chicken lady's going to make
She
an
is.
appearance.
She was in the
for
preview
sure.
I saw.
Really?
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
Was there more than one preview?
Maybe I'm imagining things. I have a terrible memory.
Well, I'm just curious now.
I think she's coming back. I think a lot of the major characters come out. I think the My Pen guy's back.
Really?
I think they're doing a thing with him. I'm almost positive I saw some of that stuff.
He's hip, he's cool, he's 40, which now we're 40.
I love that.
So, but another Bruce McCullough. So I'm trying to think of other
40.
prominent.
He was the best. He was the best.
Well, I mean,
as a team, as a troop, they definitely play to their strengths and weaknesses. But like Bruce McCullough, like, come on, like Dave Foley, perfect straight man.
Yeah,
perfect straight man.
Yep.
Like, I mean, they don't have a better straight man than that. But like Bruce McCullough could do
Mr. Heavyfoot.
so much. Bruce McCullough as a kid. Oh my God, is the best.
The Zelda hat. Yeah,
he's the best.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait either. I'm excited.
His mic's not on.
Here, say something.
Oh,
You're 4.
Yeah, 4.
You're 3. I'm 1.
There, we all have it.
I don't know who 2 is. Doesn't matter. They're not here. 2 is gone, baby.
2 and 5 are gone.
2 and 5, yep. And then 6 is never here.
Fucking 6.
It's like a good riddle.
Yeah, or just,
or
a bad one. A very bad one.
Or monologue from like 999. Yeah, I got that good weed eating sound in the back.
It's good. It's good. Summertime. Springtime. Almost summertime. It feels like summer today.
It does.
A mild summer day today. It's supposed to get cold again next week, I hear.
Good.
Yeah. Or cool, I should say.
I kind of wish it would settle down,
No.
Just be cool
Just
all
be
the time.
cool. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm good with that. Just be 60 degrees year round.
Fine. I could handle that. The problem is that every time it cools off, then the air conditioner goes off in the house, and then I got to wait for it to get back up to 87 in the house before she'll turn the air back on.
Woof.
It gets hot in there.
Is that an exaggeration, I hope?
It's not too far off. The first number is usually 8.
Yeah.
She'll have the windows open and there's no breeze, and it's just like,
I don't care how much I love a woman. I'm telling you, if it got to 8,
shit.
I'm getting an apartment. We can stay married, but I'm getting an apartment.
I have my office, and I've actually been like, I'm going to go sit out in my office for a while.
Until the air conditioner texts me when the AC kicks on.
Yeah,
I'll be back
She'll say, well, I'll turn it on. I'm like, yeah, well, you let it get to 80 degrees in here before you turn it on. And I'm not going to get into that with you about turning it on, because you'll just get, okay.
Yeah.
You go put on a robe and act like it's, it's like, come on. Other people have comfort levels too. Yeah,
it's
I'm willing
easier to
meet
put clothes on. You can only take so much off.
Right? And nobody wants to see that.
I mean, well, then maybe you should do it.
Good point. But today I came in after work, and it was really hot in the house, and she was in the process of shutting the windows and turning on the air. So at least I know when I get home it'll be comfortable.
Nice.
Sleeping, I can somehow tolerate it when I'm awake to a point, but when I'm in bed, if it's hot,
game over.
I'll be like in a bad mood.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can't.
I hate trying to sleep when it's hot.
We compromise on 68.
See, that's where we put it at night in the winter, but in the summer she'll put it on 70, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
70, I guess I could live with 70. Well, 70 degrees is the kind of temperature where it's like, I won't notice that I'm uncomfortable unless someone says, is it hot in here? And then it's like, fuck, yeah I'm hot. Now that I'm thinking about it. When I was working, it was fine. But now, yes, it's hot. And I'm going to think about it this entire time I'm here.
You dig my office, man. You dig it the most, because I've got this window unit the size of what you've got in there, cooling 40 square foot
Nice.
room that's smaller than this, about the same size as this area.
You should cut a window on the other side and like sell popsicles and shit.
Totally want to. But I keep that on 69.
Nice.
There.
Nice. I was drinking beer.
Pause for the
I
cause.
couldn't.
But in that little room, it's awesome because the instant the thermostat ticks above 69, it kicks on. And it like blows for 5 minutes and it feels like a freezer in there. And I'm just like, I love it. So yeah, I've got respite if I absolutely
Good.
need it. Like after I mow
I
the
would
yard
need
and
it.
stuff, it's never like cool enough in my house after I mow the yard.
Yeah.
So I'll go stand in my office and just let that air conditioner just blast me.
I get angry when it's hot.
I can't stand
Like, I
being
mean,
hot.
like,
I can't stand it.
like when the air conditioner broke and it was like, we better rent a hotel room because fuck this shit.
Fuck yeah, I get that.
Fuck
Yeah.
this shit. Fuck this shit.
And I mean,
Are they going to be here tomorrow to fix this? Because if they are not,
And to a point, I get it. Tanya's very thin. She's very cold.
Sure.
Natured. She gets cold very easily. But to your point,
a Josh Nance type.
yeah, okay, yeah. Put on a robe, go for it. She still sleeps under 3 blankets.
It is fun to make a room really, like a hotel room, really, really, really cold, and then sleep under a bunch of blankets.
It is. I like that too.
I do love that. It's a good feeling.
We went to Panama City Beach a few years ago, and we had this guy we know and his girlfriend come over and keep the dog. And it was funny, too, because when we got home, they had turned the air down to like 65 or 64 degrees.
Snow dogs.
And I came in the house, and I was like, oh, man, it feels so good in here.
Simply the best.
Tanya goes over, click, 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 turns it back up.
Sets the chair on fire.
Penny was over there curled in our little blanket, just snuggling and just feeling so good 'cause she's hot natured, like me.
Yeah. I bet your energy bills are good in the summer.
Well, once it gets to full blown summer, like when it starts to being like this every day, it will just stay on, and we'll get to the point where we're just running air
Yeah.
all day. She's trying to capitalize on the fact that it was 60 degrees or 69 degrees or whatever outside, and up until about 1 o'clock, it's fine. It's when the sun starts beating down on the top of the house and heating it up, and then the breeze stops blowing, then it starts to stagnate. So, but in the summer, it stays on like a normal cycle. So yeah, then the energy bills just shoot up. But I don't fucking care.
No, me neither.
I'll pay the higher bill because I want.
We
my
work
air
for a reason, right?
conditioner.
I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't be long before I move that little beast over in the bedroom
Yeah.
because my bedroom's warmer than any other room in the house.
I think you're good to go now, right? I mean, that unit's really good.
That unit is good. You're right.
It is
I don't need
already.
that
It's
anymore.
nice and comfortable in here. and
Yeah, it's very comfortable in here.
Big fan.
I probably should have worn shorts though.
Yeah.
I did actually finally get out in shorts for the first time.
You're wearing
in
shorts.
A while.
I didn't notice. I don't own any. I'm like a John Turley type.
You like
I
the
don't.
pants?
Yeah, I like the pants. If I weren't incredibly uncomfortable in the heat and long sleeves, I'd be wearing long sleeves
I
now
do
too.
prefer long sleeves to short sleeves at just about any time except when it's super hot.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. But pants, I like shorts just fine. I don't really go. If I go somewhere, like if I'm going out to the movies or I'm going to go to dinner or something, I'll wear pants.
What's your threshold? So okay, movie, dinner, pants. I'm gonna throw some others at you. Walmart
Shorts.
shorts. Okay,
Just a blanket.
just a trash bag.
That was a fun college when I went in just a blanket naked underneath. It made Jacob so mad.
I want
Did
to
it fall
clarify.
off at some point?
No, he just walked around beside me, just like, you motherfucker, I cannot believe. I just had just a duvet wrapped around me.
And it's you, not him, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
For Walmart, I clarify it's boxer shorts.
boxer
With
shorts.
no button on the front. He might need to come out and air himself out.
You know what, man? I have been wearing some boxer briefs that don't even have a gate in the front anymore.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I like them a lot.
Okay.
It does kind of suck. I do feel like a toddler when I have to pee.
You got to pull them down.
Got to pull them down. But other than that, it's like, well, this is nice, because everything's like nice and secure.
Yeah, okay.
And in photographs, I'm not like, oh, look at my bulge. They're like compression shorts almost.
All right.
Yeah. So they're good.
I'm a boxers guy.
Man, Louis C.K. fucking nailed it. Where it's just like, I think it was a Louis C.K. joke. When you wear boxers, it's just like water. It's just constantly just water. That's like what I dealt with when I wore boxer shorts. It's a wet ass.
To me, it's the closest thing to being commando. You know,
Yeah.
like because they're loose.
I'd rather just be commando.
Well, I would too, except
Or
for the
go
fact
commando.
that if I'm wearing these basketball shorts, you know, and I'm going commando, there's literally nothing left to the imagination on that.
Yeah.
And I don't. Nobody wants.
So
that.
what?
I'm not gonna go to Walmart like that.
Yeah. Why don't you go to Walmart like that? See what happens, man.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to tempt that fate.
All right, strip club, pants or shorts?
Whatever will get you kicked out.
Shorts, probably. I might.
Shorts? You wear
maybe
shorts
I'd
to the
wear
strip
pants.
club?
I'd probably wear pants to the strip club. I don't know though.
I'm scared of chlamydia.
With well, I am too. But with basketball shorts at a strip club, you get a lap dance. You know, be better than a big thick layer of denim in between you.
Well, that's why I wore
guess.
my khaki
Yeah.
pants the last time. Like, last time I went to a strip club and got a lap dance, like
Ma'am, I'm a businessman.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the girl was like grinding on me and then went, "What? You don't got on no underwear." It's like, yeah, I do. I guess these pants are thin. This is a really weird conversation we have stopped for you to accuse me.
In a strange
the
accent.
song's almost over. Keep going.
You don't got no underwear on.
Weird for you to come to a place like this with no underwear,
I do though, ma'am.
as if it were any of your business. Now
Present that underwear.
now get
Show
back to
me.
it.
Because Melissa, she likes me to wear boxer briefs, and likes me to she likes clothes on during sex, like lingerie or anything like that. So she bought me a pair of boxer briefs that has like a cod piece almost in the front, like a cover that unbuttons. So
Oh.
it just folds down, everything can come out of the front. While
Okay.
still wearing the boxers.
All right.
I've had to wear those to work because I couldn't find any underwear.
It has
she
a
can-
cod. Like, what's the cod piece look like?
I mean, it's like pillowy
Prominent?
fabric.
Oh, it's prominent.
Like I wore it to work, and then whenever she came to my office to have lunch, and she was like, "Oh," I was like, "I'm wearing the sex underwear. I couldn't find anything else in the dark this
You're
morning."
wearing your Pampers.
crinkle, crinkle.
My boss is in this week. I thought, want to
Fluff
look
it
good
up.
for it.
Man, Tyler works really hard. He never even gets up from his desk.
He's been bossing me around all day, making me go get everything. Won't stand up, lazy ass.
You guys ready to do this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, I think I
Good
thought we were already
conversation.
doing it.
We could already start.
I feel like
I'll-
that's a stinger. Intro us.